what you're going to do with that backfield in the next couple of years. We got 3 years of those young men.
Nice. All right, special teams. I was talking to him here. He's sitting behind us. Tage Wyman was the punter that night. Had some very nice punts. We were kind of confused, and then he hit a first couple punts, nice angled punts. So brought him off out of retirement as a punter.
So Charlie Bloom had a little quad injury and whatnot. Who was our normal punter. Tage was a punter previously in years past. He's like, Coach, can I punt? Coach, can I punt? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. So he went out there. He did a couple different punts here and there in practice. He was, basically classified himself as the backup, but he did one heck of a game there punting. His angle punts were perfect. Where we wanted him to kick, where we wanted the placement, he did beautiful as far as what we wanted him to do, and punting the ball out of bounds and away from the returners and just angling it to the right area of the field.
Okay, I know this is a tough question for this week. Health of the team.
Well, we got some guys that have been kind of recovering. We have one gentleman, of course. Unfortunately, Tage has mono. Different stuff like that. Brady, of course, with the injury is out. We have a couple other guys in concussion protocol and different things like that. But overall, we're still healthy. Two main contributors are down. Everybody else is pretty much healthy as far as starters are concerned.
Okay, this week it's home. Second home game in a row against the 0-4 Rockets of Titusville, coached by Mike Reynolds. Last week they lost to Conneaut in double overtime, 20-14. Some of the players to keep an eye on: Brady Sellen, he's their quarterback, QB1, 434 yards, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Their running back, Jaden O'Neill, has 4 touchdowns also. Past 2 meetings, they have returned opening kickoffs for touchdowns. How do you stop that, and what do you tell me about Titusville?
So Titusville runs a single wing offense. The key to stopping them right now is going to be stop that single wing and stop the run action of that sets up their passing game. So Mr. O'Neill is the key point that we need to focus on at this point, and keep him under control. We keep him under control. We force them to do nothing but pass. On that, you watch number 3, I forgot that young man's name. He's the one that had the return for the touchdown and is probably their top receiving threat.
Blake Ross?
Yes.
Okay. So I know one thing about Titusville and Franklin. These rivalries go way back into the annals of Warren Dragon football, back into the 30s, 40s maybe. So it's a good rivalry to have.
They're right down the road, of course. You like those kind of rivalries, right? You like the history and all that stuff that goes with it. These young men want win number 2. Let's go get it against someone that we've played against and that we've had games against for years.
Okay, and then we got on the road next week to Girard. Then it's homecoming, so we'll be talking some homecoming stuff coming up. But Coach Corber, good luck Friday night against Titusville. And that's Coach's Corner for tonight. I'm your host, Dave Engstrom. Now let's send it back up to the broadcast booth with Tim Giuliano on the mic, John Robbins on stats, Nick Hoffman on the official diagnosis, and myself on color.
Okay, we are not in the OR.
I don't know what the official diagnosis is, but it should have been official something or other. I don't know.
Well, Coach made a good point there at the end of the pregame show. As he said, it's an old rivalry, and
yes.
It is. We played Titusville for 1,000,000 years, and this is a good game to get the momentum
It goes back into way into the 40s, I think. It's like maybe even into the 30s. I'm not really sure. But like I talked to Coach about the other night, I said the past 2 years that we've played Titusville, they have returned the opening kickoff back for touchdowns. He goes, that's not going to happen this year. I said, okay. Hopefully.
Well, we certainly hope it does not. And Dragons.
They lost a lot of people. Cameron Mong, they lost their big running backs. So
we've got a couple of players out on the Warren team, as you everybody just heard when you were talking with Coach. And but adapt, improvise, overcome. They're going to have to fill those gaps, and I think the Dragons will be ready to go tonight. It was a tough loss last week. We played one of the better teams that we're ever going to see this year. But when you play opponents that are that talented, it forces you to play better.
Right, and like I saw at practice this week, TJ, spirit was up. They were chattering. They were encouraging each other. There was a lot of good hitting. like I said, at the end of practice, they did up downs, and I know you didn't. You said you didn't like up downs. They don't like them, but
Nobody
you know what?
likes them.
They did them, and they encouraged everybody who was slow in doing them, and then they kicked field goals. Charlie kicked some field goals, and they took them out of practice, and it was good. It was a very high spirited practice, and it's encouraging to see.
Yeah, it's there's an upbeat vibe to it, and you can tell that. Now, Dragons ran the ball. They've run the ball pretty well every game this year. Prep made them struggle, of course, both on the ground and in the air. But I think, Warren, if we can establish the run as we had against Franklin, I think we'll be in good shape tonight. You mentioned Titusville has lost a lot of ball players from last year.
Yeah, they have their one big running back, Jordan O'Neill, and they run the wing T. And then Coach Baum was telling me after practice, he said if we stop him, we're pretty much going to shut down a lot of their offense, and then we can concentrate on Sellers and the receiver. And so you stop just like we did with Franklin. You stop one facet of the thing and concentrate on everything else. You can play your game.
I say, yeah, they are a pretty one-dimensional team, although they do have a little more of a passing ability than Franklin did. But that will be key. If they can stop the run, Titusville's probably going to have a hard time.
Well, the Dragons certainly are a physical football team, especially up front, more so this year than they have been in recent years.
Yep.
And that's a good sign because you can tell those guys have hit the weights. They're not being pushed around this year, and it's a different offensive and a different defensive line, and that's helped them out a lot. And the Dragons are on the field right now. They're in all blue at the, I guess we're going to call it the scoreboard end zone.
We'll call it the United Refining end zone because that's where they're at.
Well, that kind of surrounds us.
Yeah,
three
true.
corners, but
all
okay,
right.
We'll go with that.
We'll go with that.
The YMCA end is the other way.
Band's on the field getting ready to play the national anthem. Titusville has brought their band, so halftime should be pretty good.
There's no homecoming
Let's
this
talk
weekend,
homecoming. Homecoming comes up in 2 weeks. Nostradamus, Angstramanis will be ready because I think we're going to be at Girard.
You already know who won.
I do. Girard, I think, will be at their homecoming next week, and I'm not sure. I still haven't checked it out yet, but we may be at Oil City's homecoming. So, yeah, 2 weeks from tonight is homecoming. Get your tickets in advance. Traffic should be pretty good. Should have no delays getting into the old ball yard.
Check in with the traffic copter.
Yeah, we'll get the traffic copter up there. John
Robbins will be flying it.
He'll be up in the traffic cam. And weather tonight should be nice, 72 degrees, dropping down to 51. So nice night for football here in the old ball yard at War Memorial Field.
This Whirly Bird will have a tomcat on one side, and it'll have the panther on the other.
Like Les Nessman used to do on WKRP.
Yeah.
Oh, they got a whole bunch of cheerleaders out there on the field. It's cheerleader mentorship night. A lot of the cheerleaders are mentoring younger girls. So they're all out on the field. You head to break?
We'll head to break.
92 Gold weather.
Looking good as we head across Warren County for your weekend. Here are the details tonight. Mostly clear skies. Temperatures chilly into the low to mid 40s. For your Saturday, lots of sunshine across the region. Temperatures still up there near 80 degrees. And for your Saturday night, look for mostly cloudy skies with temperatures into the mid 50s. And Sunday, we'll see sunshine, but there is a slight chance of a shower. Temperatures near 82 degrees. I'm Erie News Now. First Warning Weather forecaster John Stalen.
This game is being live streamed on 92 Gold's Facebook page, courtesy of the Rouse Estate, Warren County's leader in caring for generations, specializing in skilled nursing and rehabilitation, personal care, home-based services, and children's daycare. Contact us today at 814-563-7565 or online at www.rouse.org. We want to thank our sponsors like Superior Tire and Rubber to help bring you Warren football. Superior Tire and Rubber is hiring at almost all manufacturing positions and skill levels, offering the best benefits for employment in the area with starting wages far above other employers. Open interviews held every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or visit www.superiortire.com/careers. Start your new career with Superior Tire today.
Dragon football on 92 Gold.
A special thank you to our sponsors like Mattress & More to bring you Warren football. Stop in for truckload savings on our biggest selection of mattresses and recliners ever. Mattress & More, where every season is recliner season. Located in Warren, PA.
National anthem, and now we'll have the Dragons make their appearance on the field among about 88 cheerleaders out there, it looks like.
Yeah, like I said, it's kind of the mentorship program going on. So
beautiful night for football. Temperature will drop into the low 50s as forecast indicated, and technically. Okay, technically. There we go. I can hear that a little bit better. That's not what I wanted. No. That one. There we go. That's better. Okay. Now we've got a lot of noise going on tonight. Everybody's excited. The Dragons have made their appearance. And we've got a...
That's one thing when I talked to the Dragons at practice on Tuesday night. You know, I told them how we do things about the player of the game, the play of the game. I also told them, you know, one of the keys to the game, get the crowd in. Their crowd, it's your home crowd. Get them behind you early and let them make noise. And yeah, that's a key factor. Get the crowd in early and let them, like I said, just make noise. They're here to watch you play. Give them what they came for.
That means a lot, and the crowd being into the ball game can really help a team out. Give them a lift as the captains are making their way out to the 50-yard line, and rather familiar-looking officiating crew tonight.
That it is.
And they've predetermined who's going to get the football first and everything, but this is more of a ceremonial thing for the Dragons. Clemente, Redderer, also Harkins, and Nelson, I think. Yeah.
Sorry, Nick, who is the officiating crew tonight? Please fill us in.
Jason Hoffman is the referee. Mike Olewine's the umpire. Wayne Anderson is the line judge. Rick Nowaki, the head linesman. And Jason Adams is the back judge. So a crew out of the Massasano chapter here.
The Massasano chapter, nice.
Yeah, it goes back a lot of years. And they're carrying on the tradition as we're getting ready here to tee it up. The Rockets are wearing white pants, white shirts, and gold helmets. And the Dragons are in all blue. And now that the shadows have migrated across the field, I don't think vision's going to be a problem for them as it was the first game or two when, you know, the ball gets kicked up in the air and you can't follow it because the sun is just so bright. That's not going to be an issue anymore. Lights are on and it will be dark soon.
Yeah, it gets dark early now. It's like 7:30, 7:45. We're in the darkness. Been Clock's turned back in November, so.
Wyman is not out there. Blum to kick for the Dragons. It is a high kick fielded at the 4-yard line. It'll be a right return, and this is going to get out to the 30-yard line. Making the tackle for the Warren Dragons is number 44 there.
A penalty that came in there late. It's a hold against, I believe it's a hold against Titusville.
And I do not have a 44 listed on my roster here, so maybe we can find out who that is and let you know later. And it will be a 1st and 10, and the ball rests on the 30.
55, I think that's Wyatt Teller. Am I correct?
55 is Wyatt Stearns.
Wyatt Stearns, okay. He's got the high pink socks on today. Yep.
Wyatt Stearns, got to meet him this week. Quite a guy.
Yeah, yep.
He's the life of the party, that's for sure. All right, 1st and 10, Titusville. And the quarterback is Brady Sellon. And they send one man in motion, 2 men. O'Neill goes over there also, and he's going to be the fullback.
And now they start.
Yeah, too much movement at one time. And they'll push him 5 yards backwards. That's got to be very unsettling to a team when you go out there, you haven't run a play yet, and all of a sudden,
you got 2 penalties on you.
I said they've committed 2 penalties already for 15 yards.
So this will take it back to the 15-yard line. And they're going to send number 9, Adam Reynolds, to the near side. Twin receivers here on this side of the field. Reynolds goes in motion. And Sellon gets the ball. He's going to keep it, tries to pick his way up the middle, and Stearns and company just drag him right down. That's a minimal gain.
Yeah.
2nd down, about 14.
Yeah, like you said about Stearns, nice kid. I talked to him a little bit of practice on Tuesday. Good work ethic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he and Lilly are a force in that interior of the defensive line. They go with the same formation, twin receivers out here. Leading ball carrier is Jaden O'Neill, number 5. And those of you who are old enough to know and are football fans at any level, remember Danny O'Neill and Ed O'Neill.
Yep.
Danny played at Villanova. Ed, of course, at Penn State. He was an All-American and then went on to play for the Detroit Lions in the NFL. And that carry will get them about 5, and it will be 3rd and long.
A lot of movement here early in this Titusville offense.
Yeah, that stuff sometimes can serve to confuse the opposition, but, you know, when the smoke and mirrors disappear, it's basic fundamental football usually that gets you 1st downs and touchdowns. Let's see what the Rockets come up with. It's a 3rd and 9.
Be nice to see a stop right here.
Dragons not showing blitz this time. Sellon's going to roll to the near side, lets it go. He's got a receiver there. That's Adams. He's out to the 49-yard line and was brought down there by Charlie Blum, but not before he gets a 1st down and then some. That was a nice throw. He floated it a bit, but there was plenty of time to catch it. The Dragons did not have anybody in the immediate area.
Yeah, there were 2 receivers over there, and there was only 1 Dragon defender, and he had to pick one to go with.
So it's a 1st down for Titusville. Going out wide right is Michael Culpepper, number 3. Adams comes down to the near side. And Sellon is in the pistol. Dragons are showing now. And they go with a basic defense. O'Neill turns the corner into the 40-yard line and out of bounds. And the ball popped out, but it's probably going to still be Titusville football.
Yeah, nice job poking the ball out. Good.
Yeah, it is going to be Titusville's football. It's just going to be a matter of where did he fumble it at. It was the new rule this year with forward fumble out of bounds.
And it's a 1st down.
Yeah, they ended up getting 11.
So, ball at the 40. The Dragons had him back there in a 3rd and long situation, and that was a nice throw from Sellon to Adams to get him the 1st down, and they just had another nice gain. Dragons need to settle down defensively and try to shut this offense down here. Sellen's going to throw a quick pass to Adams, and he eludes one defender, and Blum gets a hold of him and drives him out of bounds at the 34-yard line. And so they get about half the yardage they need for the first down.
Good play by Blum. Read the play, took the angle, pushed him toward the sideline, and pushed him out of bounds. So that's what we were talking about. You got to learn the angles. That's angles and angles and tackling.
Second down. Yeah, if they got anybody who can tackle, send them out to South Bend. We need that.
And with the tackling, too, especially because Titusville, they like to run, but they also like these quick hitter passes. It's nothing too deep down the field. You got to be able to tackle and contain those quickly, or else they'll eat up 3 or 4 yards quick.
Oh, Sellen was not ready for the snap. It hit him on the hip, and he fell on top of it, or the Dragons would have had the football.
Yep, Stearns all over that one on top of Seller, and good reactatory play by Stearns.
Brody Sellen almost lost it, and it's third down and 8 yards to go now. This is a big break for the Dragons. If we can capitalize on this, it's 4 down territory, I would imagine. They're not going to punt from here.
Yeah, they have a good kid who can kick field goals too, but you're too far out right now. But I was watching him kick during pregame.
All right, trips out to the right side here on a 3rd and long. And they're going to go with the counter play. And O'Neill's got almost as much yardage as he needed. He got to the 30. I don't think it was quite enough, though.
A couple Dragon defenders committed on the quarterback there. They thought they thought he still had the ball. Allowed him to get through.
Well, they've made it manageable. It's 4th and about a yard now.
Yep, got to put the clamps on him right here. Stop him.
Yep, the big boys on the Dragon line are going to have to come up and make a play here. They give to O'Neill, and he may not have made it. I don't think he did.
He only got back to the line of scrimmage.
That was a nice defensive play there by the left side of the line. Stearns led the way.
And I was telling them the other night of practice about that left side of the defensive line and what we see in them, and they're doing a fantastic job, and that's who made the stop. Good job, Dragons. Ball turned over.
Those are the kinds of things when you're building a program back up that you need. And those are the kinds of plays that give the offense a little bit of momentum coming out onto the field. And the Dragons are able to stave off a drive. And Warren will have it 1st and 10 now, their first possession of the ball game. No score yet. 7:27 remaining in the first period. Power I formation for the Dragons. And they go to the deep back. I believe that's going to be Corbett, and he is eaten alive there. Nice play by number 55 of Titusville. That's Jaron Broman.
They got through there quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have been opening holes for our backs this season pretty consistently. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. And so, Dragons are facing a 2nd and long. And Kaiser is under center. Power I again. And Aiden Corbett gets the pitch, goes out to his right, and he is thrown down there by number 7, Hartshorn, Alex Hartshorn of Titusville. So the Dragons are looking at a 3rd and 11 right now. And trying to establish the run, but they had us figured out those 2 plays.
Yeah, Titusville's got a good defensive line. Got some good, quick guys up there who are ball hawks. They go where the ball goes, so they know what they're doing.
4th to the near side, Clemente the opposite, and Kaiser goes back to throw, and he's got a receiver open. It's Corbett. He's got it at the 44,
yes, nice.
And that'll be enough for a first down. Nice job, as Kaiser was rolling right. He threaded the needle with that. Got it right where it needed to be.
I love watching him throw. He's kind of got the Patrick Mahomes sidearm type Dilio throw, and that was a nice clean pass right there.
And we don't care how it looks. What's important is what it did.
Yep,
First down, Dragons.
Like I said, get the crowd in the game, which is what they're doing now. Let's stop on defense and the first down. Progress.
Ball's on the 44-yard line, And the Dragons in the eye. Here comes a blitz. And they give to Corbett up the middle, and he will lunge forward for about 3, maybe. Now it's going to be 3 yards at most.
I'd say he was initially stood up just about half a yard past the line of scrimmage, and he was able to kind of lunge forward to get 3. She'll take on first down.
Oh, yeah. Hager comes back in the game.
Hager and Corbett, both small but shifty, strong, and quick runners.
Yep, and then you put Zinger.
Colby Zinger.
Yep. Put him at fullback, and he's got some moving power.
All right, they're going to pitch it, and it's going to be Egger. Egger across the 50 into Titusville territory, and a yellow flag flies right there at that spot.
Holding on the Dragons.
Oh, he can ill afford mistakes like that because that was a nice pickup.
So it'll be 10 yards from the spot because it was at the 50.
So they'll march it back. Ball will be placed on the 40-yard line, and it will be second down. They need to get to the 46-yard line of the Rockets. No score yet in this ball game. Dragons with their first possession of the night. And in the eye. And the give is to Zinger. Zinger powering through. Oh, check that. That's 44. If I can find out who that is, we'll let you know.
Yeah, and there's a flag.
Yep.
That'll get some of your yardage back. Was that a little unnecessary roughness there,
it was.
Nick?
So the march off 15.
Yeah, you could see as soon as he went down, and he gave him a little extra business under there, as they say.
That's only a 5-yard penalty?
It's 15.
It's 15, okay.
It'll be a first down. It's from the end of the run, too. So.
I see, all right. I thought maybe they had set the ball, and I thought that's not enough.
Yeah, you have to put the ball down for the spot.
Okay. Well, this ought to be a big help to the Dragons, as they will have a first down, and they will have the ball at the 43-yard line of the Rockets. And so Parker Kaiser gets under center. And they give to Egger. Egger off left tackle. And still
That's
fighting.
A penalty.
And he was body slammed.
Yep.
That was O'Neal, I think, that threw him down. And that was definitely unnecessary.
Titusville's defense is a little unhinged right now.
Another personal foul, second in a row.
55, yeah, on the tackle. You can't suplex the guy.
No, that looked like WWE. It was not called for, that's for sure.
He was lining it up for the people's elbow.
Okay, Dragons will benefit from another penalty.
Yeah.
And they're going to put the ball at the 28. And we've got a timeout on the field with the score, Warren 0, Titusville 0.
A special thank you to our sponsors like Rary's Auto to bring you Warren football. Need your car door unlocked, your vehicle hauled to your favorite garage, any roadside assistance, or wrecked your vehicle? Call Rary's 814-723-6489. We will get you going. Go Dragons!
I'm Brady Sheen, quarterback for the Dragons football team. Now more gridiron action on 92 Gold WRRN.
We'd like to thank our sponsors like A&B Heating to bring you Warren Football. A&B Heating, serving your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs since 1953.
And we thank Brian Hagberger of YDL for letting us know that Zach Barnes is wearing 44 tonight. So we appreciate that. We did not have him on the roster as that.
Nope.
So it is a 1st and 10 for the Dragons from the Titusville 28. And Warren, largely on the benefit of 2 consecutive 15-yard unnecessary roughness penalties, has the ball in, well, almost the red zone. Not quite, but we'll take it. All right, Charlie Blum is lined up as a wingback on the left here, and Corbett is on the right side. Fake to Barnes, and Kaiser has nowhere to go, and he is dragged down, and it was just a matter of time. Nobody could get open, and he wisely did not throw it up for grabs.
That's one of those plays I think he'll see on film, and he'll realize he had lots of room to run.
Yep.
It looked like he was going to take that lane and go off to the left, but I think in his head he was thinking he needed to try to make a play through the air, and so then he cut back and then into the sack. But it looked like he would have had some room on the edge to at least get a few yards out of the play.
And that'll come with game experience and maturity. And like I said, he's only a freshman right now, so, I mean, he's...
Power I. And they pitch it back. Corbett's got it inside the 30, and that's it. He didn't really get as much out of that as I thought he was going to. And it's going to be 3rd and 12.
55, when he tackles, every time that's the second time he did, he tackled him, he brought him up like this.
You got to be careful with that.
Oh, yeah. That's who the last penalty was on.
He might be a wrestler, and that may be instinctive, but you can't do that.
I would say, and some of those, they maybe are legal. They see it on Saturday and Sunday. It's not illegal here. There's a lot of pass breakups in the high school game that are personal fouls.
Okay, everybody in, and Kaiser's going to drop back and roll
right
to
there,
his
he's
left,
got a lot of room to run.
And he's going
Keep
to have
it
to
going.
do something, and he is going to be brought down after a gain of about 3 yards, and that's it.
Yeah, he had a lot of, yeah, he was still looking for that pass like Nick said in the last time, and he had plenty of room over there.
I'll say, and that's something he's going to learn. I mean,
right.
he's learning this job. He had experience, I believe, the lower levels playing quarterback, but playing quarterback at the varsity level, that's a whole different animal. So he's pretty much learning the job on the fly.
Yep. And this is a go. You have to go on this.
4th down inside the 30. Yeah, you do.
You're not in field goal range. You don't want to punt from there. It's a go.
Okay, they're in the eye,
All
and
green.
everybody's boxed in for Titusville. Pitch out, and Corbett's going to run to his right inside the 25 to the 20. I don't think he had enough.
Nope.
He's a
Good
yard
effort, but not enough.
Yep, he was trying to get that edge, and he almost had it.
And giving chase on that play and finally making the tackle was Broman of Titusville, 55. We came within about a yard or so, but no cigar. Dragons will be on defense again. And it is 0-0. We have 1:42 to go first quarter with John Robbins, Nick Hoffman, and Dave Angstrom. This is Tim Giuliano here in the Jim Gibson press box on a beautiful late summer night. Nice crowd on hand tonight for the ball game.
Yep.
All right, 1st and 10 Rockets. And Sellon, the quarterback, Brody Sellon, will receive the snap in the pistol, hands it off. They go with a counter play, and this is going to get some yardage out to the 30, 35, 40. O'Neal is driven out of bounds there by Tommaso. Oh, check that. It's by Charlie Blum. But he did get back into Dragon territory. That was a nice pickup for Titusville. Once that opened up, nobody was going to get him for a while. He broke that first wave, and the Dragons had to give chase, and finally it was Blum making the stop.
And that's the other thing, too, when you run to the short side and send everyone else wide. There's not a lot of defenders on this side.
The Rockets had a nice pass play in their initial drive and a nice run right there. As this time they're going to give it to O'Neal, and he goes to the right side, and the Dragons stack that one up.
Actually going to lose about half a yard.
That was Wilkins, I think, who made the stop. 65. He's made 2 nice plays, both to shut down a potential long gainer. That was one of them.
Yeah, some of the players they lost from last year, Jackson Koval, he had over 250 yards against us in the game we played, plus 3 touchdowns. Cameron Mong had 2 touchdowns. So a lot of big guys gone.
Double wing, O'Neal gets the handoff, and it's just off tackle. He's still going, finally brought down. He kept those legs churning, and it was a good job there by, I think it was Raphael to get him. Yep, Raphael made the stop, number 36. Another one that could have gone for some big yardage, but good job by the Dragon defense. It's 3rd down and a little over 8.
I would say Titusville does not have to snap it again. The game clock and play clock are simultaneous, so if they don't want to snap it, they don't have to. Looks like they want to, though.
Yeah, and they're going to have Selin roll out. He's being chased, and the Dragons still giving chase. And wide open is right. Catch is made there in deep in Dragon territory by Jimmy Becker. And that's going to set them up nicely around the 22-yard line of the Dragons. They have been able to get people in gaps in the secondary tonight 2 or 3 times, and 2 of those passes were completed for big yardage. All right, we'll step aside after the first quarter. It is 0-0. We'll be back with quarter number 2 after these messages.
Game on. And the weekly specials are on too at Warren Surefine, the area's only locally owned supermarket where you find the low prices you want and the friendly service you love come together. For all of your game day needs and your family grocery shopping needs too, come on over to Warren Surefine, where low prices and local friendly service are both winners. Warren Surefine, your hometown supermarket.
This game is being live streamed on 92 Gold's Facebook page, courtesy of the Rouse Estate, Warren County's leader in caring for generations, specializing in skilled nursing and rehabilitation, personal care, home-based services, and children's daycare. Contact us today at 814-563-7565 or online at www.rouse.org.
All right, I thought we were being attacked by aliens there for a second, but it was just the cheerleaders. All right. Titusville lines it up and sends a man in motion. And Selin, they're going to go with a double reverse, and this could go. And it will be a touchdown. That was scored by Hartshorn, Alex Hartshorn, and nobody touched him the whole way. They did 2 quick handoff moves right inside. It was actually not even outside the offensive tackle. I have not seen a play like that in a long, long time. They fooled us with a counter and a double counter.
Yeah. That was a nice play by Titusville. Good coaching right there, and had the Dragons fooled a little bit, but
Hartshorn could have walked in there. I mean, we were on the other side of the field. And the extra point kick is good with 11:50 to go in the first half. It is 7-0 Titusville, and guys, I'm a little surprised that happened, but that pass set everything up.
yeah, the pass. He was being chased around the 50-yard line. He was waiting for Becker just to get open. Just left it up there. There was no Dragons around him, so all you do is catch it and get out of bounds.
That put us on our heels, and then that was a perfect time to implement a little gadget play like that.
Yeah. Hey, coming up this week, Saturday, it's JV. We'll be playing at Titusville. That's a 10 o'clock game. Girls soccer will be here tomorrow at 11 o'clock, taking on DuBois. Boys soccer will be on the road in Corey at 11 o'clock. On Monday, boys soccer takes on McDowell. Tuesday, girls volleyball is home against McDowell. The voice, Tim Giuliano, he'll be on the mic for that game. And
we're trying to help out.
Yeah, we know.
I don't know a thing about that.
Girls soccer on Tuesday will be away versus Franklin. So some opportunities to see some of these other Dragon athletics going on. A lot of good athletes out there from the Warren Athletic Department. So check them out, support them, encourage them, root for them. They're good. The volleyball team is what, TJ 8-0 right now?
Yeah, they're unbeaten.
I believe they're state ranked.
Good.
Okay, Titusville will kick off to the Dragons. It is 7-0. We are early in the second quarter. And this one is a high kick angling for the sideline, and Clemente picks it up. He's going to try to get back to the middle. Nothing doing
Nice
there.
cutback.
Reverses field. Clemente shakes free and then is brought down at the 30. I thought for just 1 second Tommaso might have taken off and it would have been a foot race.
That was one of my week 1 predictions, that Tommaso Clemente will break one kick return for a touchdown. So,
well, he nearly did right there.
It was nice how he picked it up at like the 2 or 3 down there, started coming across the field, cut back, got some extra yardage.
Yep. We will get the second half kickoff, by the way. All right, 1st and 10 for the Dragons. So Warren will break the huddle and send Tommaso Clemente to the near side of the field. They're in the eye. They've run out of that pretty much exclusively so far tonight. And Kaiser, they're going to come with a blitz, and Kaiser is going to run the option. He pitches it, and Corbett is dumped after about another yard. They were too close together. You got to maintain about a 3-4 yard relationship, and they could have handed the ball off with that situation, and Titusville read the play. They strung it out nicely.
Eisenhower playing tonight at Cochranton, no scorer right there. Mercier's Prep 7-0 over Harbor Creek. Team we see in 2 weeks. General McLean is leading Corey 7-0. Oil City, we see them in 3 weeks. They are leading Fairview 14-0. Franklin and Northeast, we see Northeast at the end of the season in Northeast. Great Picker Country, that's a 0-0 game. And McDowell leads Meadville 7-0.
All right, thank you, Dave. Power I formation. And Kaiser's going to hand to the deep back. That's Egger. And Aiden Egger is still battling and moving the pile. He's demonstrating some strength. You can tell he was in the weight room all year.
Yeah. He's got a low center of gravity. Keeps those legs chugging. And like I said, he only goes, 5'4", 5'3", 5'4". Yeah. He's got some good momentum going toward him.
Okay, he got about 3, and that was mostly on his own. It is 3rd down and 7, call it. And the Dragons now in the pistol formation. Kaiser gets the ball. Quick throw, slanting, and it is complete. Now where do they stop the forward progress?
He's up just over the 40.
Yep.
But that's dangerous. That's one of those things that he looked like he was probably about another yard beyond it. He kind of came back because I think he was probably thinking he was able to cut back. When you're that close to the 1st down marker, you just got to take the first down. Don't try to make something out of extra because if you go back on your own.
That was a nice pass by Kaiser too. Is slung it right out there where Blum can catch it, and 1st down Dragons.
Yep, right where it had to be. Okay, yep. Dragons trying to get something together here. Plenty of time. 9:43 left in the half. And they're going to go with a counter play, and Zinger is going to get dropped right there. No gain. Maybe lost a yard.
I think if we start punishing Titusville enough with our running, we're going to break one here sometime soon.
All right, it's a 2nd down, and that was a loss of about half a yard on that play. We just got to get consistent here. We've had some nice plays individually. We just haven't been able to sustain anything. I thought the drive where we got those 2 roughing penalties in our favor was going to result in points, but it did not. Okay, Dragons break their huddle. Clemente and Orth are coming to the near side. And pistol formation right now. Kaiser waits for the snap. He sends Clemente in motion. And he's going to give to the deep back. And there's Egger. Nice move. Egger gets out near the 50. Not enough for the 1st down, but he got a big chunk of that.
Good power of running there. Good piece of running. It made that cutback and just took a little extra.
Yeah, that was a nice piece of running. He got us within manageable distance here. It's 3rd down and about 3.
It was like, yeah, here's some extra. You want some extra yards? Yes, sir. I'll take more. You're going to give them to me? I'll take them.
He earned every step of that.
Yep.
All right. Dragons break the huddle, and the Twins come this way. Kaiser waits for the ball. And he's going to hand it off. Egger, he's got the 1st down and then some as Egger gets out to the Well, down to the 45 of Titusville.
Like you said, Nick, he started going back, and his momentum started dragging him forward again.
Yeah.
You gotta go forward, fall forward.
So Warren, the old reliable running game is working for them here, as they've ripped off 5 yards, 7 yards, 3 yards, and moved the chains right there on that play. Now they're in the eye. And Clemente is split to the near side here. And hand it off to Zinger. Zinger gets a yard.
He's moving the pile.
Yeah, he's still moving it.
Yeah.
Whistle finally blows. He might have made a couple of yards on his own right there. Let's see where they spot the progress.
So they give him 3.
That's just nothing but guts and desire right there. All right, Kaiser came over to get the play. And Warren on the march. Ball is spotted at the 43-yard line of Titusville. We have kept the ball for a bit now.
That's what I was just about to say. That I like what the Dragons are doing here. They're chewing up the clock, especially with a team like Titusville. That they like those quick hitters. That they can break fast. They like to kind of keep the tempo moving.
Clemente on the pitch goes right, and there's nothing there for him. That was read nicely. They strung it out, and nowhere to go for Tommaso, and he gets thrown for a loss of about 6 yards.
Our opponent next week, the Girard, will be on the road in Girard next week. Join us 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock game time. They're playing Seneca tonight. It's currently Seneca 14, Girard 7.
That's one of the few grass fields left, is it not?
It is.
Someday they'll all be turf.
It is 3rd down and about 13 for the Dragons here. After that loss of a couple.
I would say that's an illegal formation.
And a flag goes, and right now Kaiser is desperately trying to get away from the white shirts, and he did for a minute, but he was dropped. And he's not going to get enough for the first down. Let's see about the penalty.
It's an illegal formation. All 3 guys on this side of the Warren's line of scrimmage were off the line.
Yep.
I'm assuming that tight end was probably supposed to be on. His helmet has to break the waist of the snapper. It has to break the waist of the center. It was well off. Actually, I saw one of the signals point where he maybe thought he should have been on the line. There'll be an interesting decision here for Titusville because.
So what did we have, like 7 guys in the backfield?
They had 5.
5, okay.
Because they had the quarterback, the running back, and then the tight end was in the backfield, and the 2 near side receivers were also in the backfield.
Yeah, Coach Corbar is definitely upset on that.
It's the mental mistakes
Yep.
that they hate the most. Yeah, you got to know where to line up. 5:50 and counting left in the first half, and Dragons trail at 7-0. Titusville drew first blood. Warren has the football right now. It is a 3rd and considerable yardage, about 19 to go. Kaiser waits for the snap, and they're coming with a blitz. Parker lets it go for Clemente, and it is intercepted. Well, he threw that a little bit too far into the infield, and he's still on his feet. And finally, Clemente makes the tackle on number 10.
And they're going to get another 15 yards, I think, too.
Zellen. Quarterback made the
Is that on
interception.
Warren?
Yes.
Late hit or what?
I believe so. I saw, at least it looked, I don't know, there was a lot of shoving that went on after that play, so it's all going to be a matter of who's it on.
He threw into a crowd there, trying to get it desperately down to, I think Clemente was the intended receiver initially.
Oh, an illegal block in the back against Warren. That's something you don't see very often. Well, they'd be on defense at that point. That's...
Is that a 15?
It's a 10-yard penalty.
10? Okay.
I think it might have been on Aiden Corbett because I know there was at one point he could have tried to tackle the returner and he went and chose to block someone else. That could have been what it was. That's a big penalty.
Yeah. Hey, coming up at halftime, the golden tones of John Robbins will be joining us to discuss some statistics and talk about whatever's on his mind. So stay tuned and listen for him. Him and TJ will chat.
Rockets on offense. There's a swing pass, and
nice
that is
tackle.
read perfectly, and the Dragons shut it down. And I think it was Orth. Yeah, Orth made the stop on that play, and it was for a loss of about a yard. Good job. All right, second down and 11. And plenty of time left in the half, 4:50. Titusville with the football. And they will send two receivers this way. Adams is one of them. And the other one happens to be Culpepper. And so let's see what they come at us with this time. Pistol formation. Quarterback keeper. Sullen he hands it off. And that's a gain of about 6 yards. Dragons close that down.
Moving to his right.
And the ball carrier on that play was Hartshorn.
Tackled by the Dragons.
So Warren
39-yard line.
was able to curtail that. I thought that was going to go for bigger yardage, and then it did. It is a third down. Titusville needs to get to the Dragon 34. And they've got triple receivers out to the far side. And Sellen throws on a slant in, but it won't be enough. Beautiful coverage by Clemente on that play. He was on the receiver like glue.
Yeah, he read that pretty well, and as soon as the receiver made the catch, he was right on him.
They're going to go for it, I am sure.
Oh yeah, 4th and 5. They're 0 for 1 on 4th down conversions tonight, so it's not on their side.
Saying Warren's got to be disciplined here too, because an offsides penalty will give him a first down.
Pistol formation, and Sellen waits for the ball. They send man in motion, and they're going to do a double handoff. That counter worked before, and the ball carrier is Hartshorn. He was driven out of bounds. Now, where did he step out?
I think he's short.
He is short.
Yep.
I was saying, need to set the sticks up. He is short.
Yep, he is short.
And the Dragons are celebrating. It's going to be first down, Warren.
0 for 2.
He had the tightrope that as he was getting tackled. He had to tightrope the out of bounds marker. That's all the way at the other side of the field. He was probably about half a ball length short. There wasn't a lot of, which it looks farther over there, but he probably one more step. If he could have stayed in bounds, he probably would have had it.
Yeah.
Well, they tried that inside reverse, and it went for a touchdown before, but it did not pull the Dragons there.
And I bet they will go back to it as well, because if he was able to shake that tackler, he had room to run.
Yeah, we've got to figure out how to stop that. Fortunately, we were able to that time. Clemente in motion. Mixed up in the backfield. And either Corbett went the wrong way or Kaiser wasn't sure which way to pivot.
I think Kaiser, because he had Corbett right beside him, and I think he was starting over here. It's like, oh, you're over there.
It was a, kind of a breakdown, but fortunately, nothing happened to the football. I thought we were going to lose it right there.
I think, obviously, you want points on this drive. I think a big goal for the Dragons on this drive is to chew as much clock as you can.
Yep.
Because there's 2:24 left here in the first half. Don't give Titusville the ball back with plenty of time to score.
All right, Dragons. And Kaiser's going to keep it, and he eludes one defender and gets upfield, and he's going to be out of bounds about the 40, maybe the 39.
Yeah, that's what I saw. The one he ran, but they called it back. That's what he needs to be doing. Needs to be just, don't think about where, if you want to pass it, tuck it and run like he did on that play, and he gained some good yardage.
It is a third down and about 7 yards to go. Dragons need to reach their own 45-yard line. We have 2:10 left in the half. 7-0 Titusville.
I was saying him going out of bounds there too. That does stop the clock.
Yep.
Clemente split to the near side, and Corbett goes in motion, and that's an inside handoff. And here comes Charlie Blum. Nice move, cuts inside, and a flag flies as he is brought down at the 49.
That was That was one of the most obvious holds I think I've ever seen in my life.
Against Warren.
He turned him around.
That's what sprung him.
Yeah, that is definitely what sprung him.
He wasn't going anywhere without that. I have to give Blum credit, though. He did make the cutback when he saw the opening. Unfortunately, it was illegally open. And so they're going to march him backwards. All right, can the Dragon offense use this 2 minutes to chunk its way downfield and maybe get some points here? Now we've got Blum is our kicker. The punter is out tonight. That's Tage Wyman. I'm sure the Dragons are thinking touchdown anyway. So they'll split the receivers. Clemente to the near side, Orth to the far side. And they send Corbett in motion. And Kaiser heading over the middle. He's got Bleach.
Nice
Noah
pass.
Bleach is at the 49, and he'll move the sticks.
Nice pass.
That was really nice, too, because Bleach did a very nice job.
Nice job of selling it.
Bleach did a nice job of selling that, too, because he was doing just enough looking back over his shoulder for Kaiser to know he needed it, because the defender had no idea. The defender still had his back turned.
Yeah.
He was still running alongside him, and Bleach did a nice job looking back, getting it, and then running past the first down.
We've got a timeout. 7-0 Titusville will be back.
We want to thank our sponsors like Superior Tire and Rubber to help bring you Warren football. Superior Tire and Rubber is hiring at almost all manufacturing positions and skill levels, offering the best benefits for employment in the area with starting wages far above other employers. Open interviews held every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or visit www.superiortire.com/careers. Start your new career with Superior Tire today. A special thank you to our sponsors like Mattress & More to bring you Warren football. Stop in for truckload savings on our biggest selection of mattresses and recliners ever. Mattress & More, where every season is recliner season. Located in Warren, PA.
Now let's see if we can make something out of this. The Dragons, with 1:27 to go in the half, have the football. They are at their own 48-yard line, and they have a 1st and 10 right now.
Yeah, Kaiser threw that where only Orth could pick it up and grab it and motor down the field with it.
They operate out of the eye this time. Student body left. Corbett will cross the 50 and get out of bounds, stops the clock, and picks up about 2 or 3. That's a wise move. If we keep getting out of bounds, we'll be able to spare our timeouts. And it would be really a big uplift for the Dragons here to get points right before halftime. Okay. One timeout for the Dragons. I stand corrected. All right, out of the pistol. Kaiser looks around, and he's going to get flushed out of the pocket. He's going to go down.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go.
Yeah, he ran right into that.
And that's
excessive celebration on behalf of.
Did they call it on him?
No.
68. That's Coleman Knapp.
He didn't do it. He can do that as long as it's. When we've seen it, but when we saw it the last time,
Franklin, yeah.
the Franklin player did it right at the Warren player. He didn't do it right at him. He was
okay.
That's a good no call. When in Franklin, when it happened, it was direct. If you direct it at the opposing team, you're going to get called for it. That one, he.
Was it spontaneous expression of exuberance or something?
Yeah.
Celebrate, have fun. I mean, it's where you draw the line is when you taunt with it.
Yeah, Kaiser looked like he wanted to pass the ball, but he just couldn't find any. Then he ran into his own man, and he ran into the defender, and then another man of his, so he had nowhere to go.
So as long as you don't stick it in their face or something, you're all right. Is that correct, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's also other gestures you can do. Like if you point finger guns, that's automatic. You do the old pull the pants down that you've seen before.
Does anyone do that anymore?
I just saw it on our training video that was sent out to us this week. There was a video from PA where it did in fact happen.
Oh man, I thought that was over.
Yes,
with.
it did happen recently in PA too.
All right, Dragons coming out of the pistol formation right now. And Kaiser drops back. He's going to let it fly downfield. And for Clemente, there's a collision incomplete. And that's incidental contact, no penalty.
Nice pass from Kaiser, looking for Clemente. Like I was going to say there, Nick, I was watching this old NFL films thing, 1973, I think it was. They scored the touchdown, flipped the ball back to the There was no celebration. There was nothing.
And that's the thing is it's an emotional game.
Yeah, I understand that.
The celebration, I don't know, some of the stuff that, especially once the NFL relaxed their celebration rules, like with the whole dance routines, Warren's going to have to take a time. Well, they could take a delay game if they wanted to. They aren't going to get set.
No, they're trying to get in punt formation here. Well, they might.
Get it off.
1 second.
They do.
And they do. And Blum puts foot to the ball.
Punt.
And it's going to bounce in favor of the Dragons inside the 25, down at the 24-yard line.
But going back to that, but that's, I think, when you started to see a rise of it.
Right.
Some of the celebrations, you see it on Sundays, so you think you can do it here.
Yeah. That's like a lot of the touchdowns I've seen. It's like, act like you've been there before, and it's some of their celebrations are just downright dumb.
1973, you said, huh?
I think it was. I saw Burt Jones. I saw Chuck Foreman, Fran Tarkenton.
Well, that was the year the Bills opened their new ball yard up there.
Yeah.
Which came to be known as Rich Stadium initially.
But yeah, there was no celebration. It was just like, hey, I've scored a touchdown before. I know what to do. Here's the ball, referee.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
All right, first down Titusville. And they're going to try to get something out of this. Run-off tackle, and the Dragons shut it down after about a 4-yard pickup. Good job there by Orth submarining the running back, and Minio also helping out.
And Titusville's going to take a timeout.
45.6 seconds left in the half, and Rocket's going to discuss things here.
A special thank you to our sponsors like Rary's Auto to bring you Warren football. Need your car door unlocked, your vehicle hauled to your favorite garage, any roadside assistance, or wrecked your vehicle? Call Rary's 814-723-6489. We will get you going. Go Dragons!
92 Gold weather.
Looking good as we head across Warren County for your weekend. Here are the details tonight. Mostly clear skies. Temperatures chilly into the low to mid 40s. For your Saturday, lots of sunshine across the region. Temperatures still up there near 80 degrees. And for your Saturday night, look for mostly cloudy skies with temperatures into the mid 50s. And Sunday, we'll see sunshine, but there is a slight chance of a shower. Temperatures near 82 degrees. I'm Erie News Now. First warning weather forecaster John Stalen.
All right, we're back, and it's going to be the Rockets going downfield. This is a long bomb, and it is intended for Culpepper. No good. Dragons did have defenders in the area. And I was impressed there with Sellen's arm. He threw that about 50 in the air.
That was a nice pass from Sullen.
All right, second down. That stops the clock. We have 39.6 seconds remaining in the first half. Both bands are here tonight. And the Dragons will hopefully be going down only by going into the locker room only down by one touchdown. And if they can just hold on right here. It'd be great if we could force a turnover at this point.
Dragons get the ball in the second half.
And Sullen's going to roll out, and he's going to take off and get out of bounds at the 30, now make it the 28-yard line.
That's big, too, because they have to punt it now. If he would have went down in bounds, Warren could have called a timeout. But he goes out of bounds, that stops the clock, and Warren gets to keep their timeout.
Yep. Fourth and 7, so it's, definitely.
Although they are huddling, so maybe they.
Well, you got a guy dropping
Okay,
back
they
in
are.
punt
There we
formation,
go.
and Clemente is way up. Now he's going to go back to around the 50. So they'll probably angle kick it.
And Warren just jumped off sides.
Yeah. The left side of the line moved too soon.
Yep, that's what they were trying to do.
I believe it was 65.
Yep, it was. Alex Wilkins.
Yep, that's what Titusville wanted to do, and they got the cadence and drew him off.
Well, I get how you're antsy and you want to get in there, maybe make a big play or block the punt, but you got to stay disciplined.
Yeah, because that gives Titusville new life now. Instead of you getting the ball back.
And they've hit on a couple big pass plays.
Yeah.
All they need is one, and they have a capable kicker, too.
Yep. All right. Selling in the gun, drops back. Looks around, he's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Got some good speed, 40, 45, 50 out of bounds at about the Warren 45-yard line. So he chewed up a little clock, but there are still 23 seconds left, and there's a flag.
There is a penalty or something that happened all the way back. It's going to be...
penalty marker on the 30-yard line of Titusville.
It's going to be a matter. I think it's on Titusville. The way Titusville's coach reacted.
Yeah.
It was.
And the way Stearns came running across the field, pointing at Titusville's side of the field.
That is so like him.
Yeah.
I was saying it was during the play, too.
I mean, it was a nice run by Sellers, and just like you said, something happened over there, which we're going to find out here once they get done with the discussion. Here's the official word.
Personal foul against Titusville.
Yep, that's her third one tonight.
Now I wonder if they're going to change their strategy.
So they had a 15-yard gain. This is going to come back all the way to the previous spot, and they're going to lose 15. That's a 30-yard swing right there, folks.
Wow.
They might just take a kneel down here, because if they try to mess around and lose the ball, Warren's going to be able to score. So, important couple of plays to go here in the first half. As everybody is spread on the Titusville side, O'Neal gets a handoff and goes around left end, and he is brought down after a gain of about 9 or 10 yards.
Should run the clock out.
Timeout, Titusville.
Of course it is.
And they're going to try.
They're delaying the entrance of John Robbins from behind the curtain.
They can't stop John Robbins.
Nobody can. You can only hope to contain John Robbins.
And he'll be with everybody at halftime.
In spewing knowledge and
statistics,
and
information,
stuff that's coming out of his brain tonight is just
overwhelming,
unnatural. It's not how God intended.
He will defy the laws of physics. Dragons are just going to have to contain and make sure nothing bad happens here.
He will put on a halftime show for you like you would not believe. He's his own one-man band.
His favorite team has the weekend off, so maybe, I don't know, maybe he'll offer some insight as to where they can go from here.
He'll talk a little hoopy magic and what the Mountaineers did last week.
All right, they go with a double reverse. Dragons stay home, and it looks like we're tackling like Notre Dame out there now. It took a while for us to get him down, but that is the end of the half as the gang tackle Titusville's ball carrier, and I think it was Hartshorn, and the half ends. So the score, the Warren Dragons trail Titusville by a score of 7-0 at halftime.
We'd like to thank our sponsors like A&B Heating to bring you Warren Football. A&B Heating, serving your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs since 1953.
Game on. And the weekly specials are on too at Warren Surefine, the area's only locally owned supermarket where you find the low prices you want and the friendly service you love come together. For all of your game day needs and your family grocery shopping needs too, come on over to Warren Surefine, where low prices and local friendly service are both winners. Warren Surefine, your hometown supermarket.
This game is being live streamed on 92 Gold's Facebook page, courtesy of the Rouse Estate, Warren County's leader in caring for generations, specializing in skilled nursing and rehabilitation, personal care, home-based services, and children's daycare. Contact us today at 814-563-7565 or online at www.rouse.org.
All right, back at Memorial Field, Titusville leads Warren 7-0, and just as advertised, we will not let you down. John Robbins with his insights at halftime.
Not that thrilling, guys.
Well, you are to us.
I'm not that. Come on.
So, why don't we delve into the first half stats? If you prefer not to, we can wait.
Who do you want, Titusville or Warren first?
Well, let's get Titusville first because they're our guests tonight.
All right, Brody Sellin, 5 for 6, 59 yards. Jaden O'Neal technically has a pass on one of their double reverses. He pushed it forward, so he's 1 for 1 for 4 yards. O'Neal is 9 for 68 as well, rushing the football. And Alex Hartson, 3 for 38. And then Sellin does have negative yardages, 2 for -1. He did have that big run, but that was nullified by the pass interference call. Not pass interference. Too many 15-yard penalties. The personal conduct foul. So that one null and void, where he could have gone back into positive yardage. On to the Warren Dragons. Parker Kaiser, 3 for 5 for 44 yards. He does have the interception. And Aiden Corbett, 8 for 14. Aiden Egger, 4 for 20. Zach Barnes is at 1 carry for 3 yards. Parker Kaiser, 4 for 2. Tommaso Clemente, 1 carry for -6 yards on that reverse play, right about the 45-yard line. If you're looking from our booth on the left side towards the YMCA side of the field. But almost equal, 25 to 22 plays, 79 total. The yardage is the big difference. 79 total yards for Warren, 168 for Titusville. But it's only a 7-0 ball game. Despite the turnovers, despite everything else, it's really determined by Titusville just making mistakes that cause penalties.
If we can hang around long enough.
They've hung around in a game before,
yeah,
and they won.
I think we have a real good chance here to win this tonight if we can keep it where it's at right now. Maybe tie it up, get a touchdown in the second half, because this is the kind of game Warren has some good stuff going on. They've run the ball well, and I agree with you. I like Kaiser. I think he's showing poise. He's got a decent arm. I mean, he can
throw it. He can sling it.
And as he gets used to what's going on, the game will slow down a little bit for him, and he will be less likely to throw it into a crowd like he did earlier tonight.
Yeah, there is certainly some moments tonight that he's a young quarterback, but they're fixable. They're not. We still have 3.5 more years to, improve this guy.
Yeah.
I think Coach did a great thing. Nobody really mentioned it. After the scramble on the far side, where Kaiser kind of got lit up a little bit and had no targets on back-to-back plays, he was clearly flustered and frustrated. And Cricky goes up to him and sits him down, puts his arm around him, and just talks to him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's goes a very. I mean, if this is a senior quarterback, obviously you maybe rip into him a little bit more. But no, Cricky made the right move. Just sat there and talked to him. And I think that's very important for a young guy like that. And I think that goes a very long way. But there's still the second half of football to be played.
Yep.
And Kaiser's been in this spot before. I mean, with the Sheen injury, he was in this spot before. This isn't new to him. This is number 2, and
right.
This is where he really, finds his trying to find the right verbiage of it. His, I guess, stones more or less to really like, all right, I'm here. I'm a freshman. I can do this thing. And I think he has belief in himself. I don't think he wouldn't be so flustered if he didn't believe in himself.
I agree.
I don't think that's the real issue here. And, I mean, Nick made a great comment. He's played football as a quarterback at every level growing up. So he knows the sport, but the varsity game's a lot different. And I think I think he looks very good in that sense. I think this football team just needs to continue what they were doing on a couple of drives, is just bleed the clock, shorten the game. This Titusville team is very explosive, but if you shorten the game and put them on defense, let them make the mistakes, which is a thing where they haven't been the team to be able to let teams make mistakes because they make the mistakes on their own. This team's a different ball club that they can come in here and say, all right, we're well coached enough that we're not going to make these mistakes. We're going to not retaliate to these scenarios. They're just going to keep your heads cool, and you're going to, let them make the mistakes. Now, if you're Titusville, you stop making mistakes, you could quickly run away with this thing. You stop getting flags. You stop, pushing guys out of bounds. You stop mouthing guys, suplexing them. You could dominate this game.
They have led the big plays tonight, and that's just it. I mean, it doesn't take long when you're able to score from 40 yards out, and it's not a big deal. Warren needs to be more methodical. Yeah, we do have the capability of getting downfield in a 20, 30-yard play. That's not what we typically do. And again, we have a new quarterback who's still learning the game. I do like his poise, though. And I think he's growing up a little bit every time he steps on the field.
I mean, 60% as a freshman quarterback will get you a lot of places. You just got to limit the turnovers. I mean, Kaiser's still looking for his first varsity touchdown pass. I mean, that's certainly something that I'm sure he's been kind of itching for, and this is the game to do it. But they've had some good concepts. I mean, they had the kind of scissor route on this near side where the tight end broke out and he hit that right in the pocket where you want it. Gave him a step lead and got a couple extra yards. And Kaiser looks fantastic so far. I think it's a matter of time between Egger breaking one. I mean, he's 4 for 20 already, so he's averaging 5 yards a carry. Those are just one of those moments where it feels like my dad always used to do, where he's like, Johnny's going to break one. And I'm like, what do you mean? You can just tell. And I can, after years of seeing that and him telling me that, you can tell he can break one tonight. It's just a matter of when, not if. And I think it will be interesting to see if that isn't enough time to tie this ball game. And if Egger can break one and get this crowd into it, things could really flip on their head. And if Titusville starts freaking out and start committing more penalties, things get really in the favor of the Dragons.
I think you made a good point right there. I think as far as holding one's tongue and remaining cool and calm, I think the Dragons have an edge at that. Titusville has there were penalties that they were assessed, but there were other plays where I thought maybe they should have been, but they got away with something. And but they're very emotional, and that can work for your advantage, but sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, I think that they're a very boom or bust team this year. They don't have necessarily the depth, because O'Neill's a very capable runner, but there's no real secondary running back behind him like they had last year, where they had kind of the back two running backs that could really do something, and they could pound away at teams. Now it's like, all right, grind, boom, big explosive, and then they can't really grind teams down like they did last year. They were an explosive team last year, but I think that was just because they were very good. I don't think that was just because that was the only option they had. But they have some good concepts to get their guys open. They find the pockets and selling him. He's 5 for 6. He has a capable arm. I mean, that's been very evident early thus far. I think this Titusville Rockets team is, at least talent-wise, not representative of what their record is. Personal foul-wise and mistakes, it is representative of an 0-3 football team. But they correct that. They're a very capable football, well-coached football team. I mean, clearly those coaches, we saw them last year. They don't want any of the stuff they're doing today with all the personal foul. I mean, that's a good coaching staff on that other side. So, but I think we got a good one over here too. So I'm not really worried about us being out coached in the second half. I think the problem will more or less be, can Warren capitalize on the mistakes and can they get a big play to respond?
Yeah, and I think the one play that went for the TD, it was they did an inside reverse, which you run one counter play, and then in the same play you're running another counter right there, and that broke for the score. And then they ran that again. It did not work the second time.
That's that old-time single wing type of. I mean, they've said it in coach's corner. They run the single wing. It's more spread. Than what they used to. Then I've seen a lot of wing T in my time, like Delaware wing T. No, and you're just too spread out in football nowadays, and they have too many athletes to play just the condensed wing T. But that single wing can get really dangerous, especially with how their athletes on the outside.
Well, it did. It sucked us in, and once that happened, there was nothing but daylight ahead, and that's how they scored that one touchdown. The only one they have, the only one of the game. But, yeah, I noticed that the Warren players for a second didn't know where the ball was, and that was long enough for them to break open and get the score. So we have to be, keep our eyes peeled and stay home on defense. Hopefully they'll correct that in the second half. Titusville, as you said, is talented. They've got athletes at a lot of positions.
They put up 55 points the other week and lost.
Yeah, that's
like
unusual.
This is a good football team. Like they just a team put up 56. Like that. I mean, this team has the capabilities to go, for lack of a better term, thermonuclear and kind of blow up on offense and really put up some points. But I think that's also characteristic of this Warren defense. To start the year was meh. I mean, they would have moments. It wasn't as consistent as last year's. Even though last year's got more points put on them, they just didn't have the offense. This year they have the offense, and it took a little bit for them to settle in this year. And now they've kind of settled in the last few weeks. I mean, last week I don't really count that one but like when they're going against level competition, they settle in pretty nicely. Last 2 games that they've gone against competition they can actually run against.
Yeah, they can play with several teams. I think we'll see them do well at Girard. And Oil City, I don't know what they have this year, but that's a long rivalry, too.
Yes. Yeah, and this is a game that if you're going to break now the home losing streak, you're looking at, hey, get it over Titusville. I mean, that's a big deal. I mean, that's I get it. I mean, there is... Especially I came from a suburban, neighborhood to neighborhood, type of, housing plan to housing plan type district. And, yeah, we had rivals, but our rivals were practically our next door neighbor, the next street over. That was over, like, it's not the town over that you don't really talk to, but you play them in everything all year round. I mean, you play Titusville in every sport. You play it through, youth and now middle school and then high school. And you go years and years and years of going against them. That's a little bit different. That's a little bit extra edge. I mean, you might have, nowadays with how everything's interconnected, you probably have friends over there, but I'm sure with years of it, you didn't have friends over there. I mean, you're going against that guy that crossing the Titusville jersey that you don't like, or Corey or whatever it may be. Oh boy.
So what do we miss?
We're talking about Titusville and Warren.
Oh, okay.
Rivalry that is.
Yeah, like I said, goes back to the 30s. I texted a couple guys this week. I texted John Settler, the new AD, and I texted Jeff White. I said, hey, do you guys know how far back this rivalry goes? And Jeff's answer was, I have no idea, and I never heard back from Settler. But, yeah, this has got to be in the 40s, maybe 30s somewhere.
These are two old mill towns. I mean,
yeah, they are.
Yeah, it's everything.
And you're separated by what, 40 miles, something like that?
Yeah,
36, which out here is super close.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I was saying to TJ, where I came from was suburban. Like, it was housing plans versus housing plans. It wasn't my town is better than your town. Like, it's not the same. Like, this is a lot different and a lot more fierce, I'd say. Like, we had rivals, but it was only because, they were the other good team 5 minutes away. Like, we had rivals, like, in certain sports because they were good in that sport, but not in others. And it's just, this is every sport. It's Warren Titusville, Warren Corey, and stuff like that. But
did you guys go over scores?
No, go ahead.
All righty
bring
then.
us up to date, please.
Greenville leads Mercer 36-0.
Go Trojans.
Reynolds leads Lakeview 30-6. Iroquois is losing to Cambridge Springs 14-0. Eisenhower up on Cochranton 7-0. Sagertown, the Panthers have a 27-3 lead over the Bears of Union City. Mercier's Prep leads Harbor Creek 13-7. Conneaut has a 21-0 lead over Northwestern. Girard, who we face next week, is beating Seneca 21-14.
That's a good one.
Erie High is leading Hickory 12-3.
Whoa. Last year,
Hickory is without their three big guys. They're out for the season.
But the Erie Hickory game last year was a thriller.
Right.
Yeah.
General McLean, who we see in a couple weeks, 28-0 over Corey. Oil City 35, Fairview nothing. Northeast 27, Franklin nothing, and McDowell leads Meadville 21-20.
Before I give away the mic to Nick, for the Reynolds score, shout out Mezekiah Tobias, former teammate of mine, now a assistant coach with the Reynolds Raiders.
Mezekiah Tobias.
Yes.
Nice name.
Yes.
Good
guy too.
Put that on a jersey.
Yeah. Yeah. He was a big dude. He was 6'4", mid-200s.
Okay. Going from Mezekiah Tobias to the voice, Tim Giuliano.
Yes.
What do you got to offer, Mr. Giuliano?
Well, I'll tell you what, I said this to John when we started our conversation at halftime. If we can hang around, they've got the lead right now, but if we can stay within 7 or 10 points, I think we got a real good shot here tonight.
Nick, any comments?
I think the Warren offense is going to have to do a little more. I mean, their longest drive was aided by stupid penalties.
The 15-yarder ones?
Yeah. I believe there was, 2 on that drive?
Yep.
So that was 30 yards. This is a big drive here early. Warren getting the ball to start the second half. I think there have been a couple times Titusville's offense has also gotten close, I think, to breaking it out, and I think couple self-inflicted wounds there have hurt them. So
right, especially when they run that little inside reverse, and Warren sniffed it out the one time. The first time, that's how they got the points on the board. And they've been doing a good job. Did you say how many yards Jaden O'Neill has, John? You probably talked about that during 61, 65, 8, 68. Okay. So you're holding them with under 100. I mean, last year, like I said, Jackson Koval ran wild on us, but he was a running back beast anyway.
Dragons will receive the second half kickoff.
I still well, he's not back there right now, but Tommaso Clemente is going to break one. I just have a feeling sometime. And
Max Chatham will kick off for Titusville. Number 6. And this is going to be fielded at the 15-yard line. Tommaso Clemente is out to the 35.
Okay, I was wrong. He was back there.
Dragons will start 1st and 10. Again, I like their strategy. Run the ball, eat the clock, move the chains. Let's see how they fare in this offensive series as starting to feel a little bit cooler in the air right now. And so the offensive huddle, I think it was Blum who got the play and shared that with everybody. And now Parker Kaiser will get under center, and the Dragons will go to their I formation, and Titusville moves everybody up in the box. And they pitch, and this is going to be Corbett. And he is dragged out of bounds after a gain of about 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, he was kind of waiting to get the wheels going. I think he was waiting for something to open up, and it really never did.
Yeah, it was a very slow developing play, especially from Kaiser's pitch to him. It seemed like it just took a little time to develop.
So they give him officially 2 yards on that one. Ball is at the Warren 38. And the Dragons will have Blum move over. Kaiser will roll out, looks downfield, and just tries to, oh boy, he just got clocked. He was in bounds, so that was a legal hit, and it was number 65 of the Rockets, and I know we've called his number a couple of times tonight.
Yeah, that was timed that perfectly. If Kaiser maybe would have cut out of bounds a half second earlier, he maybe would have gotten a 15-yard penalty, but he stayed in. And hits can look violent, but that doesn't mean they aren't clean.
Yep.
That was Knapp who made the tackle. Okay, Dragons in the eye. It is 3rd down. Need to get something here. Egger cuts back inside. Egger is going to be, he will have the first down. I thought he was going to be short, but he was not. Great effort. And again, the weight room coming into play there as he dragged a couple of bigger kids with him.
Came in with a full head of steam on that one, and he was not going to be denied.
All right, 1st and 10, Warren. And again, looks like they're going according to script. That we want to take our time, move the chains, and it is, I think that gives us a real shot here tonight. Running out of the eye again, and they're showing blitz, and here they come. And the ball off to the deep back, and Egger's going to be thrown down for...
He got just about back to the line to gain, or first stick.
He didn't advance the ball, that's for sure.
Yeah, you could see that one developing just by the way the Titusville defense was moving. They're like, hey, we're coming. We are coming, and we're coming hard.
They sent more bodies there than the blockers could absorb. And that usually means either no gain or a loss. So it's 2nd down. And the Dragons will break the huddle. Send Orth to the near side, Clemente to the far side. And Kaiser waits for the ball. Sends Egger in motion. And they're going to pitch it to Egger. He'll go left. And Aiden Egger across the 50-yard line and driven out of bounds, I would say about the 49. See where they spot it.
Aiden Egger running around the left edge.
That stops the clock as he did get out of bounds.
No, he stayed in.
Oh, he did stay in? Oh, they started it.
3rd and a long 6 yards.
So it's 3rd down. And the Dragons have the ball on the 49, so do the math, they need to get to the 43.
And they're almost teetering into that no man's land, too. So definitely need to get at least a few yards on this play.
Blitz coming, pitch out, going to the right. And Egger cuts up field, and he'll get a yard, and that's it. So 4th down.
I think that just probably makes the decision harder. They're in plus territory at the 48.
On the rush. Looking to the right.
Looks like we're going.
I was going to say, I think it looks like they're going to go, maybe try a hard count. I mean, if you don't get this, this could really swing this game here. Because I really think Titusville's offense there toward the first half, I think they're on the verge of putting something together here. So if you give them short field.
Well, they're going to overload the left side and send a man in motion. Clemente. They go with a counter to Egger, and that's nowhere. And he lost about 3 or 4, and that's going to give Titusville the ball just inside Warren territory.
Yeah, Uncle Mo has just walked in the building, and that just gave Titusville a lot of momentum.
So the Dragon defense is going to have to come up big here. You don't want to put pressure on them. The only advantage I think we had there was Warren's offense was able to, eat some of the clock up and took its time. What do we have, 7:51, so they did take a lot off the clock. But Titusville's got the ball in excellent field position. And now they shift. Sellen waits for the ball, gets it, hands off. O'Neal going to the right, cuts it inside. And a whole bunch of Dragons bring him down. Leading the charge was Orth. But he got about 4 or 5 on that carry. 5. Second down. They look fresher.
Who's that?
Titusville. They look like they have a little more energy coming off the ball, at least according to that play. I hope the Dragons aren't getting tired. And actually, Warren usually pretty good condition team overall. All right, it's second down. They need 6 yards. And this time, we're going to go to the right. Hartshorn is driven out of bounds, but he gets the first down. And they'll spot it at about the 30. Now flags fly.
On Warren, Nick?
No, this is on Titusville.
Okay.
I think there's now that this one is on Warren.
Somebody said something that was not appreciated.
I would say that's actually they both might be on Warren. I didn't see what happened. That whatever happened over there was well on the sideline. But that was this flag was thrown from the umpire, and he was standing right around a bunch of Warren kids.
You just can't do that. We're in a tight ball game, and something like that can change the whole complexion of it.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct against Titusville. And then on sportsmanlike conduct against Titusville.
Oh, 2 on Titusville?
That's 30. Okay, so I guess that's 30 yards of penalties.
Wow.
Those both get marched off.
Nick, can you explain how it was that there were no Titusville players around when that last flag went right in the Warren huddle?
It could have been something that was said. He maybe heard it from
a distance.
And especially if he's directing it at the officials, you're going to hear that.
Okay. Yeah, it looked to me like that was going to be against Warren for sure, because there were no Titusville players anywhere near that flag.
So I was saying it's third down too.
All right, this is a big play for Warren to stop the momentum right now. And Sellen's going to drop back. He's got a guy in the flat open, and the Dragons are going to curtail him at the 41-yard line. It's Orth again on the tackle for Warren.
That was good. Good job of Orth staying home and not being fooled by his cutback, and that had a potential to take a lot of yards ahead of him.
Fiskus also in on the stop for Warren. So, I was worried that maybe that was going to go for a big gain and they would get the first down, but they did not. Now it's fourth down. Obviously a punting situation here.
Oh, definitely. 4th and 21, yeah.
So you're not going to mess around. They're just going to punt the ball. Now, hopefully, and I think Clemente is the guy who's dropping back, maybe an opportunity for him to do what you said, Dave, and that's score a touchdown on a punt return.
Yeah.
Ooh, high snap. And, oh boy, the Dragons got close. They did not block that one, though, and it's a low kick, and it's going to be down at the Warren 22. That took a favorable bounce for Titusville.
Yeah, very, very favorable. It wasn't a very good punt, but as soon as it hit and started rolling, that's where they got all their the yards back on that. So the Dragons set up shop just about the 22-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, we dodged a bullet right there because those 2 penalties, the unsportsmanlikes helped us a ton.
Yeah, we thought they were going to be offsetting at first because Warren boys were in the area.
We thought it was maybe something they said, but was something heard from the Titusville. Titusville's hurting themselves. If they end up,
I agree.
I mean, that time and time again, they have shot themselves in the foot.
Okay, first down, Dragons. Pistol formation. Kaiser drops back. And he was going to release it to the safety valve. Now he's going downfield, and that pass was knocked away. Good job by the interior line to come in and
he had room to run too.
Yeah, I think he could have had room to at least get back to the line of scrimmage. I mean,
Campbell.
The incompletion gets it back to the line of scrimmage as well, but
right. But
I think he could have had some room to maybe at least get it back there, maybe get a couple more.
And like we said earlier in the game, with experience, that will come, and not tuck the ball and run, get some yardage any way you can. And like you said, he's only a freshman. He'll get that.
Go on, take the football and run.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Tote your own mail.
And that one's picked off. It sailed on him a little bit. He was trying to hit Orth. The ball was too high. It went over Orth's outstretched arm, and they pick it off. And I believe that was number 3 with the interception. Culpepper, and Titusville is in business now.
Yeah.
That was really a bad
that was thrown into double coverage. And it was pretty much looked like Titusville defender was his intended receiver.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was one of those cases where, Kaiser wanted to wait till the last available second, and he did, but it sailed on him. It went too high, and there were 3 or 4 yellow helmets.
You also got to go through your progressions and see, this guy's double covered. We can't throw there. But I saw where he was going.
He was feeling some heat, though, and I understand that. So first down Titusville, and they'll send Twins out to the right side of the field. And Brody Sellen will wait for the ball and drop back. And the Dragons are coming with everybody, and so he's going to roll to his right. Raphael giving chase, and Sellen will step out of bounds. I don't think he got to the first down mark, but he's close.
No, he
Probably a couple yards short.
Got, I think, about 7.
He's got some decent speed.
Now, one of the things we were talking about earlier about how these players are uplifting each other. Cricky, Coach Korber down there, he's talking to Kaiser on the bench, and Kaiser, he's kind of upset. He's got his arm around him, saying, "Look, you'll get this. Keep going."
Now they shift and go unbalanced right. Hand off to O'Neal. He cuts back. O'Neal still on his feet, and he's brought down around the 10, maybe a little inside of that. And again, Orth on the tackle. For a corner, Orth is involved in a lot of tackles. So right at the 10-yard line is where they put the football.
So we'll have first and goal at the Warren 10.
And it is a first down. And the Dragon defense needs to come up big. Brody Sellen will operate out of the pistol. They've got 3 receivers on the right side, and the handoff is going to go to Hartshorn, and he's in the end zone.
Yep.
And that really, I don't know, makes it seem to me like more than a 13-point difference now. And they will have the extra point forthcoming. Chatham will come in for that. Boy, oh boy, it's quiet.
Kind of took the fans out of the game, but like we said, we just got to get them back. We're still got 17 minutes of this game to play, so
not insurmountable. We got to get a score here, and I think once we get one, the second one will be easier, and that kick is good. So we have 5:14 to go in the third quarter. The score: Titusville 14 and Warren 0.
We want to thank our sponsors like Superior Tire and Rubber to help bring you Warren football. Superior Tire and Rubber is hiring at almost all manufacturing positions and skill levels, offering the best benefits for employment in the area with starting wages far above other employers. Open interviews held every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or visit www.superiortire.com/careers. Start your new career with Superior Tire today. A special thank you to our sponsors like Mattress & More to bring you Warren football. Stop in for truckload savings on our biggest selection of mattresses and recliners ever. Mattress & More, where every season is recliner season. Located in Warren, PA.
And a reminder, we'll have the play of the game and the player of the game at the conclusion of the game tonight.
Yep, I was just going to say that. Player of the game being brought to you by Mattress & More. Play of the game being brought to you by Warren Surefine, which has some very good donuts this time of year.
They got good
apple
over
cider
there.
donuts.
Their subs are
Yum, yum,
phenomenal.
yum, 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 yum.
Yeah.
Yeah, their meat department is fantastic.
All right. Max Chatham will kick off from the 40-yard line here as the Dragons are trailing by 2 touchdowns, 14-0. But we have plenty of time in this one left. 5:14 to go in the third. And still waiting for Dave's prediction to manifest here tonight with Mr. Clemente. He can turn the Jets on and elude everybody. And he might get his chance here, and I don't think so now.
Yep.
35-yard line's not a bad place to start.
Not a bad starting point. Hey, I want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, Rary's, up there on Jackson Run. I was up there yesterday, and they got me some seat belts, which I desperately needed for the car. And I stood there talking to them about girls basketball, the upcoming season, what's going on, how the girls are doing open gym, and a lot of good things going on. Then I ran into head coach Jenny Phillips yesterday, and she said same thing. We're a young team, but we got experience. We got Peyton Watterson back. A lot of surprises coming in. I talked to Tage Wyman then at practice, and they got some stuff coming up for boys basketball too.
Good to know. All right, I formation for the Dragons. Pitch back. Corbett going left, cuts inside, and he'll take a tackler with him for about a yard, maybe 2.
Corbett takes the pitch.
Yeah, so we'll get football done in about late October, have a little month off, and then Dragon basketball starts up in December, up in Massa Gymnasium, the indoor ball yard.
Yeah, it's. I don't want to wish the seasons away.
Oh no, nope. There's a lot to go in this season.
Still half the season left. This is game 5. Dragons trying to make it a 2-3 record right now, but they've got some work to do tonight. I formation. Kaiser under center. He'll pitch it back. And a reverse. Corbett hands the ball off.
Yeah, a lot of room.
50, 40. Still on his feet and down at the 26-yard line. So there was a piece of that, Dave.
Yeah, there we go. His speed kicked in, and see,
Tommaso Clemente.
That's what we need. Get the crowd back in this game. That was a beautiful run by there. That nominee for play of the game.
Yeah. I heard the cowbell. More cowbell. More cowbell.
Definitely more cowbell.
Well, that's usually when you hear it, when a big play happens, and that was a big play.
Yep.
All right. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. The Dragons knocking on the door here. As speed was the answer there. Now they pitch out to Charlie Blum.
He's got a lane.
Inside, outside, down the sideline. Flag down on the play. He got inside the 10.
That's a hold.
And that's coming back.
Yep.
And that's too bad.
The hold sprung him.
Because it looked very good. I thought maybe we had a shot at scoring after he made that second cut. But it's coming back. This is where you have to say, okay, let's not panic here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we'll just go back to work. And if I were the coach, I would be less upset because somebody's trying and it's an effort foul.
Offsetting penalties. There was, I think there a late hold. I think maybe a hold against Titusville as well. Something you don't really see often, a hold on a run play by the defense.
No. I heard one time they said holding pretty much happens on every play. It's just the severity and flagrancy of it.
And does it affect the outcome of the play?
I almost said fragrancy.
Wearing some cologne out there, maybe. I don't know. Midnight in Warren. All right.
Yeah.
It's an I formation, and Kaiser talking with his fullback, Barnes. Not sure what they're discussing out there, but they haven't put the ball in play yet. So they're going to set the ball down at the 6-yard line. The Dragons have a 1st and 10. And it is going to be out of the eye. And a pitch back. And, Corbett and Clemente, their timing was off. Corbett was going to give it to him on a reverse.
Titusville says they have it.
And Titusville recovers the fumble, and the Dragons are going to go back on defense. That was so unfortunate. What happened was he was late handing the ball off.
You can't run a trick play like that. I mean, it's not a trick play. It is a trick play.
It is, yeah.
You can't go back to it 2 plays later. You just can't.
And they were ready for it. And we did not execute properly because he held on to the ball too long. He was waiting, and the runner came faster than he anticipated, and that's what happened. Now the Rockets are going to send twins to the near side of the field, and they could really open this thing up.
Warren just.
They jump or were they drawn?
Well, Warren jumped, it looked like, but because of Titusville's movement, that is against.
They're walking it back.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
They are. I wonder if it was a snap infraction.
Well, they shifted twice, but it didn't look like they were simultaneous. I think they waited until the one bunch got set.
Well, I said Warren jumped. It's just going to be a matter of was he drawn off by something? Did he jump because a Titusville player moved?
All these are questions you're going to have in your post-game debriefing.
I have a list.
Yeah.
Which we will talk about on our way to Girard next week.
It was against Warren.
You'll be keeping your dad up till 2 a.m. with those questions.
Offside penalty called against the Dragons.
All right. It's putting the ball at the 37 now. And the Rockets break the huddle. We have 3:49 left in the third period. Warren is trailing 14-0. Rockets are going to run that shift again. And out of the pistol formation, Sellen is going to hand the ball off. And Hartshorn is out past the 50 to the 47. That's O'Neill, excuse me. So they move the sticks and get a fresh set and are in Dragon territory.
I think I said this, but then Titusville had short field the last time. I really think Titusville's offense was just waiting to get going. They had cost themselves, and I think we're finally seeing what they can do.
And they go into that same shift again and give the ball to O'Neill again, and he's going to have positive yards and finally knocked out of bounds after a pickup of about 6.
Yeah, Titusville had a good game last week against Conneaut. I think it went to double overtime before Conneaut pulled out the victory. But
oh boy, Noah Bleach, who was in on the tackle there, is holding his arm. Hopefully he'll be all right. And going out to replace him is Sanford.
Sanford, the freshman.
Yep. Tucker Sanford. Okay. Let's see here. We got
Eisenhower leads Cochranton 13-0 in the third.
Somebody. Okay, so they're
illegal substitution.
all right.
Second and 1. Warren.
The Rockets with 2:52 left in the third period and the football. And this time they give the ball to Hartshorn and he's driven out of bounds.
Alex Hartshorn running right. Makes the line to
Charlie Blum on the stop.
Picks up a Titusville first down.
So they got enough for the first down, move the chains, and
the ball sits on the right hash.
they'll operate from the 33-yard line.
Hey, next week's opponent, Girard, they're in a battle with Seneca tonight, 21-20 in the third.
So we'll be on the road next weekend to take on the Yellow Jackets out there. And Sullen's going to throw long, and he's got a receiver and just missed him. We had a step. He had a step on the Warren defenders there.
Long pass down the right side. Falls incomplete.
And so.
Yeah, one of their big guys they lost last year, Cameron Mong, and McDonald was their quarterback. That one probably would have hooked up.
In the third quarter, 2 minutes, 36 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
It was a nice ball. He just missed him by a little bit. .236 to go in the third quarter, and that stopped the clock.
They had nothing to lose taking a shot on that one.
Okay, Rockets will spread, and they send O'Neill in motion. Now he comes the other way. They hand it to him, and he's going to try to dance around. Gets through a couple of tackles. He's down the sideline. O'Neill will score. That was a nice piece of running by O'Neill. He demonstrated some real good vision because it looked like he was dead to rights there, and then all of a sudden he escaped and went down the sideline. That was really nifty.
Yeah, they had him backed up in behind the line, and he just kind of juked and jived and went for 6.
And he demonstrated, you saw the speed right there. So the Rockets put another TD on the board, makes it 20-0 with Max well, wait a minute. Yeah, they're going to go for 2, and that gets squashed.
That didn't go anywhere.
Made the tackle. That didn't fool a soul.
No, that was
except for me.
There was nowhere going on that thing.
Yeah, so we have 2:24 left in the third, and the score right now, Titusville 20, Warren 0.
A special thank you to our sponsors like Rary's Auto to bring you Warren football. Need your car door unlocked, your vehicle hauled to your favorite garage, any roadside assistance, or wrecked your vehicle? Call Rary's 814-723-6489. We will get you going. Go Dragons!
I'm Hayden Lilly, left tackle for the Dragon football team. Here's play all season long right here at 92 Gold, WRRN.
Okay, Dragons hoping to get a W here at War Memorial Field. They've got their work cut out for them, trailing by 3 touchdowns.
Okay, this just in, TJ O'Neill now has 14 carries for 134 yards and 2 TDs. 1 TD, sorry, John. And that just came in from our stat guy, John Robbins.
And don't forget, we will have play of the game and player of the game.
Yes, we will.
After the ball game is completed.
It's like the old radio adage, this just handed to me.
All right, Max Chatham kicking off for the Rockets. And Clemente will have it at the 20, 25, and goes out of bounds about the 38-yard line.
He gets that full head of steam going. And
so, yeah, that's if we can get him in space, good things happen.
I mean, they're getting good starting position. They're getting good. It's just a couple things have gone wrong, and you gotta. I think that's one thing you need to work on in practice is holding on to the ball.
Oh, for sure.
Hold on to the ball.
Turnovers
don't
really hurt us tonight.
And like Nick said, don't do the same play that just got you the big drive. Mix it up.
Yeah, you can only go to that well once, and then maybe twice again later. Not 2 plays later.
Yeah, that was too immediate. All right, 1st and 10 Dragons, man in motion. And they're going to pitch back. And here comes Corbett. Oh, he lost the ball just as you were saying. Turnovers, and Sellen falls on top of it. And that really is going to put the Dragons in a big hole now. It gives them the football with 2:13 left to go in the third. And the Rockets in Dragon territory. Wow. You talk about what can go wrong will go wrong. It's happened tonight. And if I'm Titusville, I think I'm going to start bleeding the clock a little bit.
I agree with that too. And like we said, that's one thing you got to work on in practices. Hold on to the ball, keep it.
I get how
like it's gold. It's precious.
They want to give the extra effort and gain the extra yardage, but you have to be cognizant of the ball in your hand. And don't it get popped out of there like that. And easier said than done, though, by the way.
Yep.
Just an FYI. But Sellen's going to step out of bounds as he rolled right, and nobody was open, so he was just going to run as much as he could and then get out. And that stops the clock with 2:05 left to go in the third.
That's one thing I'll be talking to Coach on Tuesday at my interview with him. We'll discuss his fumbles and what they're doing.
It was 83 degrees when I got here tonight, by the
Yeah,
way.
it's down in, I think we're down into the 60s.
It's getting a little cooler.
Let me check.
Harkins comes off the field for the Dragons, and Titusville will break their huddle and line up with twins left.
One
and
jumped
they will
again.
shift again, and the Dragons reacting to any movement up front, and they've got to be disciplined and stay still.
64 degrees, TJ.
Okay, still comfy.
Yeah.
52 again.
So that is that's an overzealous Andrew Haight. No, he's 62. 52 is Iola. And O'Neill's got the ball, and he almost repeats the run he had before, but the Dragons get him and haul him down at the 35.
See, we had him contained the first half, and I think we held him to 60 yards or something like that, John, and now he's starting to come alive. So it's breaking down the plan of stop him, and then work on the other aspects of Sellen. He's proved he's got an arm. What is he, TJ? Is he a junior, senior?
Don't have that information.
Okay.
Well, maybe I do. Let me see. Sellen is a senior.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I forgot that I did have it. No, they're going to counter this time and get a decent chunk of yardage with that carry.
Hartshorn on the carry.
Hartshorn, who's had a good night as well. He's taken down by Noah Bleach, who's back out on the field.
2nd and 3.
And he picked up 7.
1 minute, 11 seconds left in the third quarter.
And Ross was also in on that tackle for the Dragons. Inside of 1 minute to go in the third quarter, and they are starting to bleed the clock a little bit. Rockets looking at second down and either a short 3 or a long 2. Sellen is going to drop back. He's going to throw out into the flat. He's got his receiver, and
Yeah, they were coming. Warren is coming on the blitz and just didn't get there in time.
Culpepper, I think, was the intended receiver, and the Dragons make the tackle, but not until he gets the first down.
He gains a first down for Titusville.
And the ball is spotted at the 22-yard line of the Dragons.
22.
And unfortunately, in this quarter, most of the game has been played in this area, meaning that Titusville has spent a lot of time not far from the Warren end zone. All right, Rockets line up, and Hartshorn goes and gets the handoff on a sweep. He's down the sideline and knocked out at the 10.
You're saying it's another first down.
Titusville first down.
Yeah, Dragons looking a little bit fatigued out there, I think. They start putting their hands on their hips. That's a sign that
Yep, that's a fatigue.
need a little bit of rest. First down and goal. From the, oh, no, it's not. It's at the 12. Excuse me. It's 1st and 10. They can still get a first down without scoring. And they'll send all 3 receivers over to the near side of the field right now. Pistol formation. Sullen's going to roll to the left. And he floats one into the end zone. And it's picked up.
Nice
Orth
play.
comes up with a big play.
Orth with the big INT.
What a play by number 11, Chris Orth.
I'm going ahead now, and for our one play of the game, it's that.
I agree.
That
Yeah.
is
Beautiful. They'll run that back in the film room a few times just for entertainment purposes. I mean, he had a heck of a grab there.
Dragons first down at the 20-yard line. 2.6 left in the third quarter.
I penciled that in, Nick. I put it Orth INT in the end zone, end of third quarter.
2 seconds remaining in this period.
Yep, that was a beautiful play. Went high, skied, made the leaping grab.
It wasn't a bad throw.
It was a great catch.
All right, pitch back, and we lose the football, and Corbett, I think, fell on it, but now there's a scramble for the ball. We have had a lot of trouble tonight with exchanges of any type.
3 fumbles in the last 4 offensive plays for Warren, and
Yep.
they lost 2 of them.
Well, they're going to determine who's got the ball, and
It's Warren's ball.
all right, that'll be the end of the third quarter.
Third quarter, 2-0.
With the score, Titusville 20 and the Dragons 0.
We'd like to thank our sponsors like A&B Heating to bring you Warren Football. A&B Heating, serving your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs since 1953.
Game on! And the weekly specials are on too at Warren Surefine, the area's only locally owned supermarket where you find the low prices you want and the friendly service you love come together. For all of your game day needs and your family grocery shopping needs too, come on over to Warren Surefine, where low prices and local friendly service are both winners. Warren Surefine, your hometown supermarket.
You're listening to Warren Football on 92 Gold.
And we are 92 Gold, and a pleasure to bring you the ball game if you couldn't make it here to the ball yard. Unfortunately for the Dragons tonight, it has not been their night. Turnovers, pretty much the story, and we've given the ball away too many times. We're trails by a score of 20-0. With Dave Engstrom, Nick Hoffman, and John Robbins, this is Tim Giuliano. Hope you are enjoying your evening. If you're a Warren fan, it's kind of tough at the moment, but anything can happen. We got a quarter to play yet. All right, Clemente is going to come out to this side, split wide, and Orth is on the other side, and there's a pitch back, and Egger makes the corner, and he is still going, and Egger off to the races. Aiden Egger cuts back, still on his feet, 40, 30, 35, 20, to the 10-yard line.
That's
Aiden Egger with a run that was.
That's toting the mail, Johnny.
Oh, baby.
Wow.
That was a heck of a play.
Yeah. Okay.
And he demonstrated a lot of speed there.
We may have co-plays of the game now.
I think the interception still.
I do too, but
if he would have scored there, maybe would have put that one ahead.
He may show up for player of the game.
He ran about 150 yards to make 70, but we'll take it.
That was nice on the angles, and he just had a burst of speed and 2 guys to beat. He beat the one and just couldn't get by the other one.
All right, we're in the pistol formation right now, and the deep back is Barnes, and Sanford comes in there, and Blum is going to be thrown for a loss. There was nowhere to go. Came on like a jet sweep, and they weren't fooled at all.
And like you said, Nick, there's that play again.
I said they've run that little shovel pass jet sweep probably about 4 times now, and I don't think it's worth
Bless you.
once.
All right, the Dragons lost about 4 yards on that play. So it's second down. We got to get points here. You don't want to pass this opportunity up. And Barnes and Sanford are the running backs, so they put a couple of new guys in there. Hopefully they'll hold on to the football. That has been the problem tonight. Pitch out, student body right. Sanford up the gut, and he's driven back, but let's see where they mark his progress.
He's a tough little runner.
I'm saying he was stood up.
Yeah, he was.
He didn't quit,
I think it kind of dazed him a little. He kind of stood up, and he just stood there because I don't think he knew what hit him.
Nope.
That was a hard hit.
Dazed and confused momentarily there.
Third down for Warren.
All right, it's third down.
3rd and 5.
We need 5 for the first down and 8 for the touchdown.
Wow, that was a good piece of running right there.
Clemente all on his own at the near side. And handoff up the middle. And Barnes gets inside the 5. This is going to be close.
You got to go for it.
Fourth down,
You're in 4-down territory down here. You gotta push it ahead.
Okay, quarterback sneak. Something direct. We only need a yard. I wouldn't try to get cute on this one. All right, Sanford and Barnes, the running backs. Kaiser is going to line up under center, I do believe. Yes, he will. And he'll go quarterback sneak, and he looks to have it. Did he get in?
He's
Touchdown!
In the end zone.
And the Dragons are on the board.
Parker Kaiser with a little quarterback sneak.
I'm glad they ran that.
Yep. And just like Salt and Pepper said, you got to push it real good into the end zone.
Well, yeah, you go in the shotgun or the pistol or anything like that, it gives the defense an advantage. They can read what you're doing ahead of time. You do that, and the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Here's Blum in for the extra point.
That's Kaiser's first varsity touchdown.
And I think he got it in, and he got it. Just inside the right upright. So, with 9:08 to go in the fourth period, the score, Titusville 20 and the Dragons 7.
This game is being live streamed on 92 Gold's Facebook page, courtesy of the Rouse Estate, Warren County's leader in caring for generations, specializing in skilled nursing and rehabilitation, personal care, home-based services, and children's daycare. Contact us today at 814-563-7565 or online at www.rouse.org. We want to thank our sponsors like Superior Tire and Rubber to help bring you Warren football. Superior Tire and Rubber is hiring at almost all manufacturing positions and skill levels, offering the best benefits for employment in the area with starting wages far above other employers. Open interviews held every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or visit www.superiortire.com/careers. Start your new career with Superior Tire today.
I'm Leonard Prizzle, junior right tackle at Dragon Football. We bleed blue and white. Now more from Gridiron on 92 Gold, WRRN.
All right, Charlie Blum injured on the play, seems to be all right and walking off under his own power. And Coach had talked about a quadriceps injury during the pregame show. And
like I said before, the extra point there, that's Parker Kaiser's first varsity touchdown in his career, first of many. So congratulations going out to him.
Yeah, that was great. Dragons
all set up by the Egger run of how far was that, John?
After that last Dragon drive.
He's not
9
even.
minutes and 8 seconds left in the game. And the score is
57 yards.
57.
Nice. I'm starting to read your finger gestures pretty good there.
His total coverage of real estate was about 157.
Yeah.
It's all right. It led to a score. That's the main thing. So the Dragons will kick off. And I don't think Blum's going to be the kicker. So we're going to have to... they're assessing the
assessing it on the
yardage.
kickoff.
And let's see who's going to be doing the kicking.
I think he kicked last week too.
Okay, it's 25.
25.
Am I correct? The 25 is Ryder Wagner.
I was saying I would onside this. Oh, it's
did.
a squib.
Squibbed it, and they're going to fall on it. 23. And so that's okay if you're Warren. They're not getting good field position with this one. Now, question, can this defense rise up here and force them into a punting situation or force a turnover?
Sure.
It's been almost, I don't know how to describe
Seesaw
it.
game?
Well, not really. I wouldn't say that.
Merry-go-round? Swings?
No, it's
okay. I tried all the playground equipment I knew.
Full of mistakes. Is
Teeter-totter?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay.
All right, handoff and student body right, and this is going to be a gain of about 5. That's O'Neill carrying the ball, and Worth in there on the stop for the Dragons, along with number 65, Wilkins. Stearns over there as well. So it's going to be second down and 6 to go. 8:39 remaining. The Dragons trail it by 13 points. We need to get the football.
Does that put Egger over 100 yet, John?
And it's going to be Hartshorn. And Hartshorn is tackled, and the ball pop out. The Dragons may have it. And they do.
Nice. Let's put that down.
What a break for the Dragons. This can turn into something now. And Warren will have it somewhere around the 30. Hartshorn just lost the ball when he got hit. Let's see who that was that made the stop. A whole bunch of blue shirts in the area. We don't know, but the Dragons do have the football. First down and 10.
They need to score quickly here.
All right. I look for Parker Kaiser to roll out and try to hit Clemente or Orth.
I say they'll have single coverage on this near side. Timeout Titusville.
Yeah, they don't like what they saw. So timeout Titusville, 20-7 the score. We'll take a timeout.
A special thank you to our sponsors like Mattress and More to bring you Warren Football. Stop in for truckload savings on our biggest selection of mattresses and recliners ever. Mattress and More, where every season is recliner season. Located in Warren, PA. A special thank you to our sponsors like Rary's Auto to bring you Warren Football. Need your car door unlocked, your vehicle hauled to your favorite garage, any roadside assistance, or wrecked your vehicle? Call Rary's 814-723-6489. We will get you going. Go Dragons!
Okay,
right,
back at the old ball yard. Sorry, TJ.
It's all right. We're at the ball yard.
I wanted to say that Aiden Egger, he is over 100 yards for the game. He is at 105, if I wrote that down somewhere right. So congratulations going out to him. Like I said, once again, we will determine our player of the game, brought to you by Mattress and More coming up. Also our play of the game, which I think we have that locked in right now. We're all pretty much agreed with it. We'll reveal it. And that's brought to you by Warren Surefine.
Okay, the Dragons with the ball and a fresh set of downs as we have 8:16 to go in the fourth. And Kaiser drops back, throws the ball. It's in the dirt. He was trying to get it to Clemente. I think he did not anticipate the amount of pressure he was going to feel.
He slipped a little bit too.
So that didn't help matters any either. So it's going to be second down. Stops the clock though. I'll tell you what, we score here. Anything can happen.
Yep. Anything can happen to the old ball yard at War Memorial.
Pat Summer.
Aren't you glad you coined the phrase for us?
Yeah,
we are
really.
just.
I'm never going to hear the end of that, am I?
Nope, not as long as we're here.
All right, pitch back. And Egger still going on his feet. He broke another tackle. He's inside the 15 to the 10.
What a power runner he's turning into.
He's
got that low center of gravity. He refuses to go down. It's my will against yours, and I'll decide if I go down or not.
Boy, you talk about inspiring the rest of your team. He just did that.
Yeah.
That was tremendous. And Egger, he's about 5'5" or so and about 160.
I was against the Dragons, though. So that nullifies that run.
Well, we just do it again.
That is from the spot of the foul.
So does he get the run yards in, Nick?
Well, they get to
so
whatever they've gained.
Yeah.
So they did. So they did gain. They gained, I think, like about eight yards or so on that play. 7 or 8 out of it.
And what was the call, Nick?
I believe it was an illegal block in the back.
Yep, that was the signal. And so the Dragons, second down. And we need 3. Egger is the tailback. And they're going to pitch it to him, and he's going to cut it up, and he will get close to the first down. I think he might have it. They'll move the sticks.
Yep.
So
he's short.
He's short.
Well,
so am I.
I think he needs to.
He's 5'4".
He needs to get to the other side of the 20. I would say Warren still has plenty of time, but they need to also kind of pick up the tempo here.
Yeah, we got to get going.
Because they're going to have to give their defense time.
All right, quarterback sneak.
Yes.
No, they handed to the I-back, Egger, and he is stopped. I don't think he got it.
I say he lost half a yard on that, so now it's going to be 4th and 1.
I don't disagree
you gotta go for it.
with the call. I wished he would have quarterback sneaked it though.
Actually, this is a long 1-2 to QB sneak. They probably have to hand it off again.
Yeah, and it's 4th down. Boy, you hate to squander an opportunity here, especially off that turnover.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's
Gotta make a first down.
Long 1 yard.
Would be a bad place to throw it in the end zone. And he's gonna get it. He's got it. First down.
Nice job of Kaiser to fall forward and not, to kind of go back. And
notice how he
get the momentum going that way.
He went at the slanted angle and didn't try to drive it straight up through, and that was a gutsy play, and it worked.
Yep.
This is going to be a measurement.
I thought he had it easily.
Now that I see it again, his knee did come down at around the 20-yard line. I think.
He doesn't get it. That's it. Ball goes over.
I think from where it's a far way. I think he has it, but this is close. Usually you don't measure on a turf field, but because the first down marker was in between hash marks, it can be tough.
Well, initially his efforts got him the first down.
I think it was that knee came down. It's a first down. Actually, no.
Get the index card.
It's a first. The clip needed to be set.
Where's Gene Steratore when you need him?
Still no signal.
The waiting.
Is it your dad point at somebody and say, you call it?
No, the sticks aren't set.
Oh. First down. All right.
There we go.
I thought he got it.
He didn't get it by much.
All right. Dragons are still in business here. 6:21 to go in the 4th period.
Our next week opponent, Girard, they're in a battle again tonight with Seneca, 28-27 in the 3rd. Eisenhower has taken a 20-0 lead over Cochranton. And Erie High leads Hickory 15-10 in the 3rd.
Sorry. All right, working out of the pistol, and a handoff is to Egger. Egger inside the 15, 10, inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line. He has been on fire.
Yeah, he just has will and determination, and he's not going down. And that low center of gravity just makes sure he doesn't. And he's good. He's good. He's only a sophomore.
A little bit of speed does
he's going to turn into a nice power back.
I'll tell you what, he's probably clocking about a 4.6 or less 40. He can motor.
Maybe I'll challenge him to a sprint.
Watch it. You don't want to tear your hamstrings.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's I formation here. Kaiser hands it to the up backhand. Barnes is stopped immediately. He gained nothing on that play.
Yeah, he just got back to the line of scrimmage.
Going right over Lilly and Stearns. That's a lot of meat there. Those guys can move holes.
Here's the idea, TJ. We'll choose our fastest runner from the 4 of us, and we'll have them challenge him to a race. John, you're up.
We have a timeout on the field, apparently.
Warren took a timeout.
We're going to break, and we'll break.
92 Gold weather.
Looking good as we head across Warren County for your weekend. Here are the details tonight. Mostly clear skies. Temperatures chilly into the low to mid 40s. For your Saturday, lots of sunshine across the region. Temperatures still up there near 80 degrees. And for your Saturday night, look for mostly cloudy skies with temperatures into the mid 50s. And Sunday, we'll see sunshine, but there is a slight chance of a shower. Temperatures near 82 degrees. I'm Erie News Now. First warning weather forecaster John Stalen.
All right, John Stalen, thank you. And beautiful fall weather. We do need some rain, but boy, we haven't had
we're not
with this much sunshine in a long time.
We're not even into fall yet, TJ.
No, it's what, Monday?
21st, yeah.
All right, the Dragons have the football, and they are close to a score. They're down by a score of 20-7. Okay, full house backfield this time. Kaiser will send Noah Bleach in motion. And hand the ball off to Egger, and Egger found an opening, and he got the door shut on him right about the 2.
We got, nope, he'll get up.
I'll tell you what, he's a determined young man.
Yeah.
There's no quitting that guy.
Titusville 4-yard line, where it will be 3rd and goal.
I'm sure he's probably telling the QB, I want the ball here.
Yep, give me the ball, give me the rock.
And they will give it to him. He gets the pitch, Egger, and they string it out. I don't know how he was able to get out of the
about to the 2 still.
grasp of those 2 linebackers, but he did.
I said they've only been getting about half a yard on these plays.
Okay, they gotta go here.
Yeah,
I think this has got to be.
Oh, definitely 4-down territory.
You have to. I think you have to trust Kaiser here to either make a play through the air or trust that he knows the run and try to get this into the end zone. The run game has been stuffed.
Yeah, down here they've been really tough to move on. So Egger will be the deep back. Barnes is ahead of him. And they're going to split the wide receivers out. Tommaso is to the near side and going with a tush push, and I don't think he got it.
Well, and you can't aid the runner either, so.
Got down to about the 1.
So the ball will go over on downs, and that's a huge thing for the Titusville Rockets, but a real disappointment for the Dragons after all that effort.
Like you said, Nick, they were only getting half-yard gains. Nothing was materializing down there, which is a shame because they're doing all that work. Egger's doing all that work trying to push the ball in, and yeah, nothing materialized.
Well, Titusville's going to probably run a dive play here to just get a little room. And if we can get really, really lucky and the ball pops up and the Dragons get it and score, that would be nice. We have 4:02 to go in the 4th. 20-7 Titusville, but the Rockets have the ball on about their own 1-yard line, probably half-yard line if you
Timeout, Titusville.
want to get technical. So
We'd like to thank our sponsors like A&B Heating to bring you Warren Football. A&B Heating, serving your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs since 1953.
Game on! And the weekly specials are on too at Warren Surefine, the area's only locally owned supermarket where you find the low prices you want and the friendly service you love come together. For all of your game day needs and your family grocery shopping needs too, come on over to Warren Surefine, where low prices and local friendly service are both winners. Warren Surefine, your hometown supermarket.
I'm Hayden Holden, senior running back for the Dragons. From Lexington Avenue to out-of-town games, listen to Warren Football on 92 Gold, WRRN.
And that would be us, 92 Gold, as we are bringing you Dragon football. It's been a battle tonight. Warren had an opportunity just now, but it went over on downs. Titusville with the football. And handoff, O'Neal. He might have gotten to the line of scrimmage. I don't think he got much.
He didn't get not very much. Half yard here, half yard there.
And
it didn't get very much.
Harkins, O'Neal, check that. Stearns.
One of the predictions I made, game 1, Warren will record a safety this year.
Well, maybe this is it right here.
Here could be the chance.
All right, Rockets, second down. They had no gain on that play. And Sellen's going to keep the ball, and he'll get out to the 5, and that gives them a little breathing room. So it'll be third down now. And the Dragons still have a chance here if they can stop them and force a punting situation. We're going to get good field position out of that.
I think if I were Warren, I would have taken a timeout there.
Clock is running, 2:53 and counting.
If they do not give up first down here, they have to call a timeout.
All right, this is a big play. Rockets break their huddle. Dragons need to stop them. Warren's got a lot of players that look like they could be blitzing here. And they're going to hand off. O'Neal.
Oh, he could be
It's
gone.
a foot race. Do we have anybody that can catch him? I don't know.
There
Worth
goes-
is the closest.
there goes Clemente.
Clemente might be able to get him, and he does. Tommaso Clemente ran him down.
That shows his speed right there.
Oh, baby. O'Neal's not slow, and Clemente ran him down from, about the midfield on. He caught him. But he gets it inside the 10-yard line, and now that spells, the 15, actually. They're going to mark it at the 13. But that spells trouble now for Warren.
Yeah, that play should never have got to where it got to.
That was a big play for Titusville, though, because it actually took away any threat the Dragons had to offer. I mean, you're looking at, if they don't get something on that play, it's a punting situation, and we get the ball back. And they're going to hand the ball up the middle. And O'Neal's going to get about 2 or 3. And this is, boy, oh boy. What a turn of events, huh? One play.
Yeah, right there showed the speed of Clemente as O'Neal probably thought, hey, I got this. All of a sudden, Clemente comes like a streak out of the side and jumps on his back.
Kind of like Darryl Green when he caught Tony Dorsett. Or Dorsett,
Yeah.
if you prefer.
Well,
all right. And Sellen's going to fake the pass, and he's going to get snuffed at the line of scrimmage by 3 Dragons on that play. Harkins and Raphael as well. Minio too. And the problem now, though, is we're inside of a minute to go. And I don't think Titusville is going to give up the football. It's only 3rd down. And what's the timeout situation?
Warren has 2.
Well,
but
I don't know if they'll even use it.
I think they've conceded.
And the Rockets are going to go up the middle, and that's going to be a touchdown. And number 22 for Titusville.
Nope, I don't think he got in.
Is Tim Fultz.
No, he didn't.
He didn't get in.
He's down at the 1.
Well, they got, 14.3 seconds?
Touchdown.
They're signaling touchdown.
They're calling him in.
So they do give him a touchdown. So that makes it 26-7, pending the extra point. I thought for sure he was denied the goal line there. And Chatham will attempt the extra point here. And that's blocked. One of the Dragons got a hand on it. And so they negate the extra point.
And
so
there's a flag.
Yeah, don't do anything stupid to get yourself potentially thrown out. Don't say stuff. Don't.
Yeah, because aren't they up for the next game?
I mean, could be 2, depending on what they do.
All right, let's see what this is all about.
Your coach isn't going to be very happy with you if you happen to get yourself thrown out with 14 seconds left in the game.
Yeah.
No, that's foolish. Yeah, again, it's an emotional game, but you got to control yourself.
After the play on sportsmanlike conduct against Warren.
Sportsmanlike conduct. All against the Dragons at the end of the point after the
Now,
play.
if somebody gets ejected, do they announce that?
Yeah, there would be a signal.
Okay.
So no one, it was, didn't say anything to rise the level of ejection, and it was only their first.
Okay, well, they'll kick off.
They'll be kicking off from the 45. Back judge has to give a signal.
And unfortunately, the Dragons are going to go down to defeat number 4 tonight. They gave it a heck of an effort, but they didn't take care of the football. That was a big part of the problem, I think.
Yeah, congratulations going out to the Titusville Rockets. They're the first win of the season.
Stay tuned for the Icy Game post-game show. Scoring summary.
What's Titusville doing?
Well, I don't know.
Cooking a couple hot dogs
got
over
14
there.
seconds left.
Yeah. All you got to do is kick the ball off.
Kick the ball off, send it through the end zone. Warren needs to run one play. And
Take a kneel
although
down.
maybe they're cooking up an onside kick. Maybe they won't score again. Never know.
I would doubt that. But, all right, Max Chatham will kick the ball. And I would think that it's going to be a squib, and it is. And this is number 6, Nichols.
Scott Nichols, I think that's the first we've called his name tonight.
Yeah, he usually plays a lot of special teams,
Yeah.
but I don't recall mentioning his name yet until now. All right, 9.6 seconds. I would figure you're just going to take a knee and that'll be it. We'll be on the road Friday night at Girard.
Yeah. John Robbins joins us here in a moment with some stats and updates, and check some scores as we go. Plus we have the player of the game and the play of the game coming up, so stick around for that. Tell you how Eisenhower's doing. They're up 20-0. Next week's opponent, Girard, is still 28-27 in a battle.
This will be a kneel down, and that'll do it.
Yep.
All right, the Dragons will lose a tough ball game here at Memorial Field. The final score, 26-7 in favor of Titusville.
Okay, now it's time for our Mattress and More player of the game. Stop in for truckload savings on our biggest selection of mattresses and recliners ever. Mattress and More, where every season is recliner season, located in Warren. We'll start with the Titusville player of the game. I'm going with Jordan O'Neill.
Yeah, I will
he
agree
had
with
over
that.
over 160 some yards rushing. I think John will give us those stats coming up. All right, player of the game for Warren. My nominee is Aiden Egger.
22.
Yeah, Aiden Egger. He,
Okay.
I would say, had probably the best game for Warren.
Okay, so Aiden Egger had over 100 yards rushing. John will tell us about that. And he is our Mattress and More player of the game for Warren. Our play of the game is being brought to you by Warren Surefine, your hometown market. Warren's only locally owned and operated grocery store. And we are all in agreement. It was the 4th interception in the end zone near the end of the third quarter. And that qualifies as our play of the game.
All right, we thank our sponsors, and now we'll go to John Robbins for post-game stats.
He had a little bit more than 165 yards. He ended up with 228 on 19 carries and a touchdown. His counterpart in the backfield, Alex Hartstrom, had 9 carries for 81 yards. Seelan had 7 carries for 12 yards out of the quarterback position. He also went 6 for 9 for 65 yards and an interception that won the end zone. That was our play of the game. Jaden O'Neill also did have 4 pass yards, so he had 232 total yards of offense. So just a nice night for him. A couple other guys looking at their receivers. They had Wakefield, who was 1 for 6. Adam Reynolds, who was 3 for 41. Jimmy Becker, who was 1 for 24. And that's just the receiving core. Looking at Warren, Parker Kaiser, 4 for 9 for 40 yards, 2 interceptions. Aiden Corbett, 12 for 18. Aiden Egger, 16 carries, 141 yards. Parker Kaiser, 8 carries for 7 yards and a touchdown. His first varsity touchdown, we mentioned that earlier. Zach Barnes, 3 carries for 7 yards. Tommaso Clemente, 3 carries for 27 yards. And Tucker Sanford, 1 carry for 9 yards. 212 yards on the ground for the Warren Dragons. So not a bad night on the ground. They just weren't able to put in the end zone.
Well, we coughed the ball up so many times,
Yep.
and the turnovers are what really killed us. We had some opportunities we did not take advantage of. But again, the fight is there. The effort's there. They're coming along, and I think we're still going to surprise some people the rest of the way.
Yeah, it's another game next week that's absolutely and 100% winnable against Girard. You got to go on the road, but, I mean, they've won on the road before, so they got to come out and execute next week against a team that can score. I mean, this is a team that played Titusville a couple weeks ago and only won by 1, so you got to see how things come out there. But nice to see Aiden Egger have a wonderful day. I mean, 141 yards on the ground is unbelievable, and he's only a sophomore, so he's got nothing but the sky's the limit. I think Aiden Corbett and him are going to make a nice 1-2 punch in that backfield. I mean, Egger just did better today, just a little bit with kind of the game plan they were going against with Titusville, but I think Corbett's going to make a nice 2-punch with a little bit more shiftiness east to west than Egger. Egger is more north to south, lower the shoulder, and run over a guy and then accelerate at an unbelievable rate. But tough one tonight. I mean, Titusville made a ton of mistakes and just failed to capitalize because we made more, and then that's tough. That's a tough one to swallow if you're Warren, because they were handing you the ball game and you didn't take it to win the game. I mean, that's simple as that.
Yep. But we'll go back at it again Friday night. We'll be in Girard. So, gentlemen, great job. Thank you, and we will be together again next week. That'll wrap it up here from Memorial Field. The final score once again is the Titusville Rockets 27, the Warren 26, the Warren Dragons 7. So for Dave Angstrom, Nick Hoffman, John Robbins, this is Tim Giuliano saying so long from Memorial Field.